What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the main stage. What a tournament we have had so far, and now it is time to find our champions. It's time for the BetBoom Dacha CS2 2024 Grand Final. Eternal Fire versus Team Spirit. My name is Paula, still one of your hosts.
And my name is Heku, and we've been your hosts for 9 days. It's absolutely insane. And today, we'll finally find out who will lift the trophy, who will get the prize pool is like $500,000, and obviously also the title.
Yeah, we've had $500,000 over the course of the event, and the winners will be taking the lion's share, $250,000, $250,000 to be exact.
But some teams had to go through the play-in, and then now it's like the end of the playoffs, and today we will determine through a best of 5, which means it might be another very long day.
Yeah, we have a best of 5 grand final. Going to be so much exciting Counter-Strike action over the next few hours. And I cannot wait to see how it all plays out and who will be taking our amazing trophy home. Of course, we're going to also have an MVP, so a lot in store for us.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of things happening here on the stage, but we kind of need to address the fact that today we're going to have the Dragon Derby in the year of the Dragon. I think this is not a coincidence.
Yeah, let's get right into it and start talking about our team. So, Eternal Fire, what a road they have had to get to this point. You know, they've been playing so much Counter-Strike, they've beaten some fantastic teams, and now they are here. But if they are to beat a team like Spirit, they really need to peak now in this moment.
Well, yesterday they managed to beat MOUZ, the number 3 team in the world. So considering what they managed to do yesterday and the preparations they did, like in what, 2.5 hours, now they had way more. And Spirit, technically right now, their rank is like lower. So there is a chance for us to go to actually all 5 maps.
Heku, I have a funny sort of misleading fact, right? You wouldn't believe it, but Eternal Fire currently have a 100% win rate over Team Spirit. That being said, it was a single map last year when the rosters were completely different. So, I mean, not too much to go by here. These teams haven't seen each other in a while, and it should be very exciting to watch them go head-to-head on our stage.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things can change in 1 year. You know, you can have like a brand new lineup. You can have like a brand new map pool. This is why probably, considering it's like 1 game a year ago, we can't really take that seriously.
Yeah, and so looking at these two teams head-to-head, we've got vastly different rosters. You know, we've got the national lineup representing Turkey of Eternal Fire. We've got Team Spirit on the other side. We have to talk about Donk. I think currently he is our top-rated player of the tournament. This is going to be a clash you do not want to miss.
And when it comes to Eternal Fire, sometimes, you know, like on a team, you'll try to find like a weak link, and often it's kind of like the IGL. But during this tournament, Major, you know, he goes from an ace to like 3 kills the next round. Like, the things he's been showing, I think even his rating is really good.
Yeah, Major yesterday went absolutely off. Funnily enough, Xantarez was the lowest performing member of Eternal Fire, and they managed to best MOUZ 2-0. If he's to step up today as the rest of his team did yesterday, you know, this could be very, very competitive, Heku.
Yeah, it might go to all 5 maps, but probably, you know, in the end, it's also like, it's important to know, like, what are the maps, because we know, like, some have permabans, some, like, have maps where they feel comfortable, so that's another thing, like, we'll have to keep an eye on.
Heku, why don't we welcome our first team to the stage? Everybody, give it up for the Turkish Legion of Eternal Fire. Entering the stage for the final time, Eternal Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone at home, give it up for them. We've got Wakadia. Then we have Calix, Xantarez, Major, and Woxic.
What a stacked team. Recently, I mean, maybe not so recently, they added Vicaria to their team. And I believe like yesterday we had a conversation and felt like he was the missing piece And I'm just happy to see that this team has been together now for a very long time.
I think describing Wakardia as the missing piece to this Turkish puzzle is a great way to put it. The core of this roster, you know, before that, we're struggling to find their form. The addition of Wakardia and Woxic over time has certainly made a difference, and here they are in our grand final.
Yes, I believe, guys, you can slowly move towards your
over this way,
seats.
guys.
This time, me and Paula really hope that the guy who is in the end will not try to dodge us.
The #1 interview dodger, Woxic, in the building, everybody. Woxic, I'd love to start things off by saying, I think it's fair to say you have beaten the odds to get here, but do you have what it takes to beat the odds once again and take out Spirit?
Our main goal to win this kind of tournament, so I think we'll do our best like we did against MOUZ, and there's a so big chance for us too, so we'll see.
You had approximately like 2.5 or 3 hours in order to prepare for MOUZ, and you managed to close the series with a 2-0. Now you had way more time. How exactly did you use that time, besides like the 8-hour sleep?
Basically, we just said like we will be confident like we are in against MOUZ, so we'll do what we're supposed to do. Like our playbook and everything is just ready and set. Like there's a little anti-strat and stuff, but we'll see it's gonna work or not. But better team's gonna win. So
the classic.
Woxic, what would a victory over Team Spirit mean to you and the squad, and also to be champions of BetBoom Dacha CS2 2024?
After the player break, we just fell down as a performance, as a team, and as a personally for players. And I think it's going to be really good, confident to get back to before Pro League and also the other tournaments in upcoming, also Rio and the Major. So I think this one we have to give our best to win it. So it's going to be a really good year.
Sounds very good.
All right, Woxic, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the fans watching at home?
Thank you for supporting, guys, from social media. We are feeling it, and I want to say something on Turkish as well. Destekleriniz için teşekkür ederiz bugüne kadar olan. En alttan geldik, lower'dan geldik. Şu anda finaldeyiz. Dün kimse MOUZ'a karşı kazanacağımızı düşünmüyordu ama kazandık. Bugün neden olmasın? Teşekkürler.
Woxic and Eternal Fire, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to head back to your team. Woxic saying they have what it takes, Heku.
Yeah, I mean, it did feel that they have everything that they need in order to maybe at least contest Team Spirit, especially considering that, as you mentioned, Xantares, he did not have the best performance yesterday. So if he can do what Xantares usually does and the team stays on the same level, it looks very promising.
I think if Eternal Fire can peak today, that this best-of-5 grand final could be more competitive than a lot of people out there are saying it will be.
But, you know, talking about competitive, a very competitive team is Team Spirit. They were in the grand final in the last batch, but they placed second. Then they won the one before. So far, they've been really good, at least at getting to the grand final. So, you know, like, when it comes to this atmosphere, they have a lot of experience.
Heku, let's not waste any time and bring out the team themselves. Everybody give it up for Team Spirit! Entering the stage for the final time, Team Spirit. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone at home, led by chopping it up. Then we've got Zontix, Magix, Shiro, and on the very end, Donk.
Yes, this team, they managed to go to the grand final with a day off, which means, you know, they're now probably full of energy. They had a lot of time to prepare. Hopefully, we can get to hear from the man himself, from the Donk.
Yeah, we're going to have the Donk show on stage with us. Donk, let me ask you first. You are big favourites going into this grand final. Is it important not to underestimate Eternal Fire?
We don't care about favorite status. We just want to show our game, how we can play, and just enjoy the time, this grand final.
Well, you had a day off yesterday, and probably, like most of yours, everyone was expecting MOUZ. Were you expecting and preparing for MOUZ, and you basically had to throw everything away and prepare new things?
Yeah, it's true. In the first time we were preparing for the MOUZ, but after Eternal Fire won, we started to prepare for them.
But did you still have the energy to do that? You know, because you have like one preparation, then the other one.
For sure.
For sure.
Donk, last BetBoom Dacha, you guys finished second. What would it mean this time to be champions and finish first?
Don't say I don't know. Don't say I don't know.
It means a lot, for sure, to win, but like we don't feel any pressure. We just wanna play our game. I don't know what to say, to be honest, but
I mean, that is a good answer. That is a good answer. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Donk. Appreciate your time. Go ahead and rejoin your team. Yeah, great to hear from him. Still a man of few words, but we get the point. They are not underestimating Eternal Fire, and they're going to focus on their Counter-Strike, Team Spirit Counter-Strike, which we know is pretty damn good.
That's kind of what we've heard like from both of the teams. That's what we heard from both of the Dragons. They're going to play their own game. Maybe like a few anti-strats here and there, but everyone is going to play their own game, which means it's going to be on a very high level.
Heku, let's get this one underway. Everybody, it is our grand final. Eternal Fire versus Team Spirit.
Let's play.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for a grand final, and I like what Heku was setting up there. The stage is now turned into the House of the Dragons. We've got two teams fighting out for this grand final, Jason. BO5, and I don't think it's the BO5 anybody expected.
No, everyone expected MOUZ to be here, especially after the series we saw from them earlier. They're both the grand finalists. Have been a rematch from the last season of BetBoom Dacha. Unfortunately, Eternal Fire, we've been saying it kind of all along, they've been looking better and better as the event went on, and they have the potential to step up and actually upset one of these top teams.
Yeah.
And we saw that potential in Eternal Fire more than we saw it in Pain, and what a match they had last night. Donk and Shiro and Spear are the #1 and #2 rated players at this event, but Woxic is #4, and he was instrumental in beating MOUZ last night.
I mean, we started this tournament talking about some of the negative results and headlines around Eternal Fire. Their placings at tournaments have been nowhere near the successes they had at the start of the year, and a big part of that was maybe some of the individuals like Woxic missing and not getting to the level we know he's capable of. So once we're able to see him return to that form, we've seen Eternal Fire just jump up in performance again. We've got the video on the top right. We've got Nuke up first. That's going to be the map pick of Spirit, then Vertigo for Eternal Fire, and Mirage in as the third map for Team Spirit. That's as far down the list.
Yeah, I didn't catch 4 or 5 either. I was right with you. That's all I was able to see. All right, pistol round. Fast towards the upper bomb site. Utility down towards minis. Antar's just spamming through, but on timing. They step through. Behind the Molotov, execute. Good opening from Donk.
Yeah, Donk open up this grand final with a first kill on Wakadia. Site is being taken by Eternal Fire. Bomb is down inside of it for Team Spirit, rather, and Magic's able to take the head off of Major. So 2 players up here for Spirit. Bomb plant going down, and Woxic receiving damage at Heaven. It doesn't look like the Turkish squad are going to be able to get back into this pistol.
No, this retake is so hard. Getting out of Heaven with those USPs. Antares is already gushed down. So is Woxic, and I think now it's time to think about trying to save those pistols. You won't be able to. Spirit's already got a hunt going on with how dominant this has been. Shiro's position is so strong to take them out on the fallback. There's one. Sees Big Garage. Hasn't seen one more on the roof. Now he's aware of the possibility. And Calyx can't get away. So a suffocating pistol round from Team Spirit, and they go up 1-0.
And it's just the power of getting into that upper bomb side with speed. And we're seeing a lot of teams run it right now on Nuke. We know how impactful it can be, especially when you got Donk as the entry force of your squad, right? They just got in with so much time, so much space to play with, and Eternal Fire unable to trade. Interested to see where they go in terms of the force buy here. I think Eternal Fire have been a squad that have leaned into the second round CT force after losing the pistol.
Yeah. See how it goes. It's going to be tough for Eternal Fire to bounce back from that. When we talked a little bit the negative headlines around Eternal Fire and some of the negative and underwhelming placings that they've had. Team Spirit had also that horrible IM Cologne just a few weeks back. I read just Hallie, the coach, gave a nice interview as well, and he basically, I mean, good. What you do as a coach, took responsibility.
Yeah,
Said Cologne was my fault. There were things going on with the team that I wasn't on top of, and led to a bad performance. So they had the conversation. They got those things under control, and they're looking good here at BetBoom Dacha, looking like they're going to take this trophy. All SMGs for Eternal Fire in a second-round force buy. They've taken over lobby. They've cleared it out. But Team Spirit is elsewhere, moving outside to put those rifles to great effect.
Yeah, worked out pretty well for that opening. Major going down, who was the star of the show yesterday for Eternal Fire. Able to have an MVP level performance in the victory against MOUZ. Very impressive stuff, but not going so well for them at the moment. Shiro taking that follow-up kill for Spirit. Donk now prowling outside. It is all falling apart here for Eternal Fire. This force buy hasn't really got going, and it comes down to this duel for Xantares. Chopper's just below him at Heaven. 45 seconds remaining in the round, so plenty of time for Team Spirit to stay composed.
Oh, nice molly, though. If that spreads, it does. Calyx is forced out. Even with this kill, Calyx down to 11 HP makes this very difficult, and Team Spirits works their way, wheeled in the other direction to the lower bomb site, and there's no coverage and no way for Eternal Fire to get into it. So a second round for Team Spirit.
Bomb plant. Just, you know, they're going through the motions. They're making sure they're playing the percentages here. Don't faking the plant, seeing if there's a swing of that decon door. But they're just going to save. They're going to pick up a Galil on Xantares. Calyx is too low to even consider this. So 2-0 start for Team Spirit. Not a lot of money to play with in the next round for Eternal Fire. So these two weapons are paramount to be saved. And I mean, there is a realistic expectation today. I think Paula touched on it on the stage this morning. We are expecting this best of 5 to go quite comfortably in favor of Spirit. It feels like this should be a 3-0 today. But Eternal Fire have just kind of proven us wrong with every step of this tournament. And they've exceeded our expectations at every turn. So who knows how close the series can be.
And it's going to be interesting to find out. It's such a test to see if how far. Like I think if you go back to like the first half of the year around the Copenhagen Major when we saw Eternal Fire make it deep into the playoffs, we would have said they can actually contend with Spirit at the moment in their current form. They might be able to take a map and make an interesting series of things. And the drop off was heavy. So now let's see how far back they've recovered. And Team Spirit's playing really well at the moment. They obviously had a big conversation during the day off. You'd imagine seeing the frustration on Magix's face after they beat MOUZ, the inability to close out on Ancient, losing 2 or 3 like really boneheaded clutch situations, post-plant rounds. Those are the ones that are the most frustrating, and probably had a huge conversation about how they handle those scenarios in the future.
It was a very candid interview with the emotions raw, but Xantares trying to peer over these outside smokes. They're going to have multiple players to Team Spirit crossing in behind them now, and Xantares has kind of missed that opportunity to really cause any damage to them.
I don't think he got the information he would have liked. He's probably assuming that they've crossed over, but not able to hinder their crossing in any way. And without the proper weaponry across the team, they don't even see the value in rotating to that lower bomb site yet, despite the fact that Spirit's starting to take control. Now they get all the sound cues.
Outside, occupied by Chopper. I mean, well, the big thing to take away from the Magic's interview was the fact that I think the key word was composure or lack thereof, right? There's a team that maybe started to panic a little bit, and they were getting to the edge. They thought they could close it out, and in a lot of situations, not showing a lot of composure. And I think we threw our expectations of this team way high up, obviously, after the big Katowice victory. They look composed in a big stage environment against the best teams in the world on their first tournament ever. At that kind of level. So I think our expectations for their level of composure were increased rapidly. But then we need to understand this is a squad of very young players.
Right,
like
that's
extremely young players.
That's always the other conversation. Hallie even alluded to it in the interview. He's like, we bring it up for a reason. He's like, Chopper was our most experienced players. He had his longer career. He had about 100 maps, Hallie said, against Tier 1 opposition. Shiro obviously came in after his time in Cloud9, and and he added a little bit more to it, from their run, but still across the board, Zontix and Donk had basically nothing coming into this year. Magix had experience, but it's about raising that experience of playing in these environments against the best teams in the world. In the second half of the year is about seeing what kind of a step up that experience can provide, what kind of an impact it can have to make Spirit actually the best team in the world.
Well, Anubis does too with those last 2 maps.
Ah, beautiful.
If we need to go there, but that could be a fun finish. Donk speedily crossing towards outside. He actually gets behind those smokes. Molotov goes into secret, and Donk has found safety in the corner. That molly will not spread to him. He's found some safety to work with.
Just seeing if there's going to be any reaction from Secret. Eternal Fire haven't moved anyone downstairs. Controlling the upper bomb site at the moment with utility, even getting aggressive on lobby. Woxic going to start opening up the angle in towards lobby.
Oh.
And on a timing, he could have caught that fallback, but just a little early.
Now he takes a few steps back out of the hut.
I'll tell you, this op in the upper bomb site, though, if there's an executed set piece,
it's overrun.
Really
it's
unwieldy. Well, there's a couple of rifles in there to help keep some space. You have, I think, one up on the silos inside the bomb site, one over at the vents.
Looks like they're going to be going towards ramp anyway, so going into Zantares. Fight for Shiro, that's the op going down. That's the op out of there. And now with 35 seconds left, Team Spirit realized it might be too long of a pathway to go through the ramp. So with 30 seconds, it's the upper bomb site finish. Major gets in towards Hut. He's getting aggressive on this, and it works out for that kill on Chopper, and Major again. A second kill this time back on Zontix. Major is continuing his good fragging form from one day to the other, and Wakati has got him covered inside of the site. This round falls apart for Team Spirit, and they can't go anywhere with it. With 9 seconds left, the best Donk can hope for is that AK being saved in the next.
Yeah, Major saves the day massively, because Team Spirit, they actually tactically played that very well. You get that pick on Woxic, you've already got Donk crossed over to Secret, so there's already pressure for Eternal Fire thinking about the lower bomb site. Then you throw a little bit of utility in towards ramp room to show that you want to connect the pieces and attack that lower bomb site. 2 players were downstairs. Major saves the day. That angle from Woxic, he didn't realize he would be so exposed. But those 2 kills right there calm down the round, and Wakadia pops up at a perfect timing. Good hold. Eternal Fire on the board early.
You can start to see maybe a few holes in this T-side economy. You'll get Magix having to go to a Galil. Chopper also finding the same weapon in his hands. But at least you continue to have the op out for Shiro. Woxic has it repurchased. We'll be watching outside. The lead up to the round, as you mentioned, Jason, for Spirit in the previous, was good. They found everything they wanted. So I don't think they're going to be too disappointed.
No, not at all. That's not going to dissuade them whatsoever. I think you can be pleased about how most of that round came out. If it's not from a great double kill from Major, you likely are able to overrun that bomb site. Wall of smokes outside broken open, nothing to see. But Spirit's not moving with any pace that makes me think they want to exploit this. 1 player crossing and makes it down to Secret. Donk stuck as the smoke fades.
Zantares ever patient. Donk swings into him, and Zantares wins that battle. So Donk is dead. Team Spirit have a 4v5 to try and convert. And Chopper is solo down on this bomb site. Wakadia moving in towards him. It's an easy kill in the end for Wakadia, and Team Spirit falling down to 3 players. Not exactly finding themselves in a comfortable spot with 30 seconds left. Calyx needs to be careful, drops on down, and Team Spirit, they have no other options.
I think
if they want to go for this, they've got to rush an A, and that's just too unlikely. So a save call is really coming through. And yeah, they're going to climb up on the ladder and back their way into spawn.
Yeah, no chance in this round. They lost their 2 opening plays, Chopper and Donk outside in Secret.
It's kind of cool to think about the Zantares Donk. How much mechanical skill is possessed by those 2 riflers on the server today.
Yeah, that'll be a fun battle to keep track of outside. And obviously on Nuke, a very critical one for a very important part of the map. Those 2 going head-to-head. This is the map that Eternal Fire won in overtime against MOUZ to eliminate them and move on to the grand final. And, I mean, you have to think, Major, after beating Pain in the first game of the day they had to play yesterday, just basically said, we know they're going to pick Nuke, so we're looking into Nuke. Yeah, and now Team Spirit have picked Nuke into them. So they've had a lot of conversations about Nuke over the past 36 hours or so, and you have to imagine they're so well-versed and well-prepared on it and ready to go. Pair of rounds in a row on the board, and pretty clean for Eternal Fire as well.
Yeah, they're starting to break that money down. If it wasn't for the save of 3 players in Team Spirit, they would have really nothing to talk about here. But because they have got those 3 save weapons and just enough money to buy Tech 9s, They're going to go and throw everything they've got into this. And Howley wants to have a conversation about some of the build-up into these rounds. So what kind of idea they come out of this pause with?
Well, yeah, because the last 2 rounds has been your opening plays just kind of get shut down. Major and the hut disrupts. You get the opening pick, and then as soon as you go to make a move into the upper bomb site, Major destroys it. And this one, on Zantar's outside, shuts down your opening gambit with Donk. And Team Spirit's probably, I mean, that's kind of the question is, okay, how do we want to open up these rounds now? Some of these, the round of individual Donk trying to activate him in towards Mini. Didn't pan out. Zantar's again going to be listening for information outside. Few more bodies put out there from Team Spirit.
Similar fight as we had in the last round. Donk just doesn't have an AK-47 this time. So Zantar is favored to win that fight if it goes down. But Team Spirit, oh, smoke broken open. Multiple players revealed, and Zantaris doesn't even need to fight Donk because Chopper takes him out with a Tech 9. It's now going to fall apart for Eternal Fire as the first 2 openings are picked up. Wakadia dives down the vent. He can find the bomb, and that could throw a bit of a curveball into this mix. Magics.
Did they hear something?
Oh, they've slowed down.
Oh, you can't stay here.
They've stalled out. Now Wakadia is stuck in a sandwich of players, and Chopper comes to smash him. It's now Calyx and Woxic at a 2 versus 5, and Calyx is going to try and fight that control room player. Good control, second kill in, and Woxic elsewhere has drawn these numbers back even to 2v2. Such a great start for Team Spirit, but Eternal Fire back in this fight. And Calyx, the timing, Zontix realizes he must have walked past him, so he goes to check it. Calyx goes down, and Woxic now in a 1v2. He's going to commit. He's going to go fast into this. Bomb planted at the back of the site. That grenade will do nothing. He has got a smoke flash combo, but given the post-plant setup of Zontix now being a decon and Woxic with AWP, he feels too uncomfortable, too claustrophobic to go back in for this one, I'm sure.
I think he wants to wait and see if someone's going to be inside the smoke because he is not really sure if Zontix fell all the way back. But I think if he doesn't get a kill, if he doesn't get a peek that he likes, this has got to be a save of the AWP. You have money, but you don't want to risk such a huge piece of equipment and an unlikely 1v2.
They do well to bring it back. That was Team Spirit in a position of absolute power, winning the first 2 opening fights. They had full control running down lower, and Calyx and Woxic bring it back to a 2v2.
It's been one of the great strengths that Eternal Fire has had in this tournament. I feel like more than other tournaments that I've seen with Eternal Fire, Calyx here at BetBoom Dacha is having a wonderful event in terms of providing impact and in terms of winning rounds for his team, turning them on his head. I always feel like he's been like a solid role player, but he's actually now having a little more impact than I'm used to, and almost has more here in turning this round on its head. So timeout taken from Eternal Fire. That loss stings. They have to dig into that economy. They were just beginning to grow. Woxic has to drop a gun over, so not a whole lot in reserve.
Chopper doesn't mind staying on the Tech 9. He knows he's got enough rifle support around him, and man, he was hitting shots with it in the last round. Eternal Fire at least not battered and broken. They'll still have a really strong buy here. Wakadia getting up on top hut, and the fire not spreading towards him, so he'll be able to stand that. A little pressure applied by Calyx into ramp. But he takes those steps back. Main smoke going out from Shiro. It's an upper bus coming in. Major up on top of the 2 cylinders within the bomb site, but there's no commitment yet as Team Spirit were stalled out by utility, but the flash coming in is perfect. Major blinded. Wakadia down. Magics and Donk game with a 1-2 punch that knocks Eternal Fire out of this.
Yeah, really good utility from Team Spirit as well. The Molotov, the smoke, and towards Mini, the Molotov towards the vent. That flushed out Wakadia back to the bomb site where he was going to be in the open, and also both defenders huddled up at the same position, and then a nice little re-exec to be able to pop out hut and take advantage of the weakened standings and positions. Good kill from Woxic, but Eternal Fire not even dreaming of going for this round. Too convincing of a hit from Team Spirit. They're going to be up 5-2 by 3. And a nice change of pace as well, throwing that really timing upper hit into the equation. A lot of it's been the smoke walls outside, been a little bit slower rounds, moving across, trying to lurk in secret. This one, Eternal Fire maybe caught thinking the round was going to play out more standard.
Yeah, I also think we've seen a lot of composure there for Team Spirit because they were stalled out. They were held back by that utility, and you're starting to wonder, are Eternal Fire going to get some favorable fights as they come in? Because that initial volley of utility had already been thrown in, but the flash that comes in, that gets that player on top cylinders is just huge. Major has stood no chance. He just got absolutely wrecked by the flash. And Magics don't come in and just knock him out.
And he never saw that first player kind of cross in towards Hut either. So he's expecting that fight to be deeper towards, Dark Spot inside Hut. And then obviously one just comes out door at an angle he's not really prepared for. Tough round. Tough stretch of the game for Eternal Fire. Trying to keep hold of this CT side as Spirit are relentless. They have a solid buy though. MP9 on Major kind of sucks, but you can make it work, especially towards that upper bomb site, playing close to Hut, playing close to Squeak Door.
Door blown open. A little bit of a fumbled flash, but they're still going with it. Wakadia gets 2 off the top of the height, and he'll go back for a third, punished by Chopper and Zontic's effective trading, but Major diving down, only managing 1 on the MP9. But that 1 could make the difference. This is now a 2v2 established off the back of that, and bomb not yet planted. Xantares tries to get up the vent. It's a risky maneuver, and one that does not pay off yet, but he at least keeps his life.
Yeah, now he has to go back to Secret, though. He has to just run up the Secret stairs and come in through Mini. This is a 2v2, though, that Eternal Fire have to go for. Some of these post plants they haven't been able to attempt. It hasn't been worth it. This one, they've got to try for. Teammates have put them in a situation, Wakadia and Major, that they can recover. There's a smoke on Xantares. Both have a kit. Molotov as well, so they have utility.
They drop in. Drop into the site. Tap on that defuse. Trying to draw Zontix into the open. Now sticking it. Good kill. That's now 1. The round is done. Defuse stuck. Calyx gets it through. And Shiro left alone, just staying alive in the site. He'll bring his op into the next, but that is one hell of a turnaround right at the end of the round from the side of Eternal Fire. The post-plant positions taken were not where the bomb was planted for.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be that could actually be a frustrating point for Spirit. We just mentioned, and they've had the conversation, and they talked about it in interviews. That they already had their conversation after the MOUZ game about misplaying these post-plant situations and these clutch scenarios. This one maybe a little bit panicked by all the chaos caused, the double kill from Wakadia, the play from Major. Both of them move out of position to not actually be able to stop the defuse. You can stop the players from getting there if you're aggressive enough, but once they're in the bomb site, everyone from Team Spirit has to, the last 2, they all have to be at disadvantaged fights to be able to get in. And that's the conversation they probably were like, this is silly. We can't do these things. We have to give ourselves a chance in this round. So we'll see if it has an effect. And Eternal Fire buy right back up into things.
Yeah, they're withstanding at the moment. It is difficult, but
just barely they're holding on.
They're clinging on to the game.
I mean, they've put this in a crazy situation where but this economic battle, because both teams are like low on money, are basically at that reset point. That flick over from Woxic doesn't land.
It sure does tank a lot of damage from the utility. Donk getting out towards red. Shiro's alongside of him. Chopper finds himself on main roof. And there is a Xantares play coming towards Secret, so this could be an impactful moment in the round for Xantares if he's able to get something going from Secret. Woxic watching the cross. Xantares eating grenades. Molotov to force him all the way back. Little gap, and that works perfectly for Woxic. Shiro's down.
Chopper was so close. Woxic might have heard the footsteps as Chopper swung to try and trade that frag.
But if he didn't...
they're in trouble because this is such a strong position. 1 minute left in the round. There are defenders in the upper bump.
Wakadi's looking at it. Yeah. He's got eyes on heaven. He's got to hold it as long as possible. But he's got to look and worry about Hut. He's got to worry about main.
They're wrapping up behind Chopper as well.
Having to clear him.
The timing on this play has to happen soon.
Oh, Chopper. I don't think he's going to be ready for this. He's going to go down. Calyx, great work. Eternal Fire recovering what could have been the play that unraveled their round. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case at the moment.
3 players inside the bomb site, though.
Yeah, and Donk's got one, but look at Major. Look at Major in behind, bomb down. And now it's only Zontix, and he's caught in the open, worried about so many different angles. Team Spirit starting to feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I wonder if that post plant was a little bit of a pressure point that's thrown them off their game. This one, they took so long with Chopper in that position to actually get ready to hit the upper bomb site. And it bought so much time for Eternal Fire to execute the flank from ramp room around lobby, the flank to wrap back around Chopper through heaven. They had a lot of time to move across this map. I think Chopper got up there just under a minute. So, I mean, it was 20 seconds that he was kind of sitting waiting. 15, 20 seconds up in heaven. And they couldn't coordinate to make it an impactful position. So Eternal Fire, we just said they were hanging on by a thread and a lot came down to that economic tug of war. Well, Eternal Fire's won it. Back to pistols for Team Spirit. A great opportunity to tie up the scoreboard.
I mean, surely they won't have any problems against this kind of buy from Team Spirit. Or rather, lack of buy. Calyx holding ramp. He's about to have multiple players charging in towards him. He's got Woxic to help. Missed shot from the Opper. But 2 from Calyx. Third chimed in by Woxic. And just Chopper left alone. Stopped by Xantares.
Nice little hop with that MP9.
Yeah, you like that.
The Calyx hop.
Call him the Calyx Factor, actually.
Yeah, that's not bad.
He can be, and I think in this event, you brought it up. He really has been the Calyx Factor, and
he was huge against Pain. He had so many important kills.
9-4 at the moment as well. So, I mean, it's crazy how many players still kicking around from that Space Soldiers days. You know, we had the Calyx Xantares Major combo, the changes from that squad now are Wakati and Woxic in the team, but Space Soldiers was a real throwback. And Donk throwing Xantares back against the wall because that headshot is lightning fast, but he gets traded by Calyx again. Now Wakadia pushing into Hut. It's perfect from Wakadia. A clean headshot, and it's not stopping. Calyx is coming now, and Team Spirit can't deal with the firepower of Eternal Fire.
Oh my god, I love this. I cannot believe they kept peeking for more fights. They wanted to really flex on Team Spirit and make them feel the pressure. What a round from Calyx. Not just backing away when his teammate's gone down, but recovering the weapon and getting a pair of kills. Woxic missed shot, but he has the information. One's crossed over towards Big Garage. Eternal Fire, 2 players up here in round 11.
Team Spirit have stalled out in this half. It doesn't seem like there's signs that they're going to get many more, right? But 5 rounds already collected. Do you think that's enough to work with, to feel comfortable with as you go into the CT half?
Yeah, I mean, look, let's be realistic. As a professional player, you don't really feel comfortable with a whole lot of score lines. Like, if you start feeling comfortable, like, unless it's like 10-2, 11-1 or something like that, like, nothing really feels all that comfortable.
A little bit of the head spotted there for Woxic, just the top of the dome of Zontix. And he's taken out. Magic's now left in a 1v4. First kill, not as clean as he would have liked it because he sustains damage. Now he's down to 46, and a peek coming in from Woxic. That'll close out Magic's. We'll move into the last round of the half. So Team Spirit looking to scrap together one last round out of this.
Just to touch on your Space Soldiers side of the story.
Oh yeah?
I mean, remember what this Eternal Fire at the end of the day was all about. The excitement of this squad coming together was you finally had the best Turkish players all playing on the same team.
Yeah, Woxic never got into the Space Soldiers.
He was never
team.
part of those early rosters and lineups. So the fact they finally got him in as, like, you know, him and Xantares were kind of like the 1-2 guys who weren't playing together. And it was a big conversation, you know, having to come to some understandings with all the players that have had issues in the past playing within the same scene. Here's an upper rush where Katia blind still gets the kill, adds another on top of it, and he's done his job as best he could.
Yeah, well, smoke blown open, Donk ready, Woxic falling, and straight through that smoke, Xantares fight back. 2v2, bomb going down, Team Spirit searching for a 6th. Eternal Fire have been good at retakes, especially coming in from heaven. This combo earlier, won a retake that broke the momentum completely of Team Spirit.
They have double nade. They have a Molotov for Chopper's position. Oh, he's just moved out of it. Good call. The Molotov, he senses the retake's going to come in after that Molotov fades. Doesn't want to be behind the box for utility.
Limited time. But here they come. Eternal Fire. It is Antares and Calyx both coming in from heaven. The barrage of utility, the clearance on Chopper, and it all falls to Shiro. Inside of the site, he can stop it now. The defuse has to be stuck, and Zantares off the rafters, off the top rope. Shiro cut down, and a 7-5 scoreline in the first half of play. Eternal Fire leading the way.
And they just ended that half on, what, a 4 or 5 round run? This was 5-2, 5-3 when they started this. Absolutely spectacular from Eternal Fire, coming to life at the end of the first half. And Spirit knocked off their game. Have to find a recovery in halftime.
Whatever they've done in terms of preparing for Nuke is worked. It is completely worked.
Yeah.
Major talks about it yesterday. We thought maybe that could be a mistake, highlighting so heavily what map you think is coming up, what MOUZ are going to pick. But they did pick Nuke, and you could see that the preparation paid off. They were able to defeat one of the best teams in the world. And now they're going up against Spirit, another team with that name tag.
And another team who's good on Nuke.
And another
obviously,
picked it into them.
Yeah, Team Spirit's pick in this best of 5. It is going to be a long day of Counter-Strike. Or has the potential to be a long day of Counter-Strike.
It does. We aren't going to see, at least for now, that dominant Team Spirit showing. But we know what they can do when they get to the CT side. We know how scary it can be when Team Spirit switch to the defenses. And if they win this pistol, it'll be very quickly tied up.
All right, Team Spirit. Defensive side of Nuke, Eternal Fire. Let's see if they can break it down. Flashbang towards the upper bomb site, upper rush. Magix is in front of it. He's got, well, none actually. Chopper and Shiro get the 2 kills. Everyone was fighting over towards door, and Pistol Round firmly in control of Team Spirit. This is looking like they'll take both pistols here on Nuke. A huge benefit to Spirit.
Yeah, and I think they realize how important this pistol is, so we're not going to see anybody from Team Spirit overstep the mark and throw away a situation like this. Eternal Fire will, of course, sit back and wait for a kind of mistake, but Team Spirit aren't going to provide. Pistol round win, Eternal Fire not getting a bomb plant, which means they're not going to have a real good force buy into the next. They have a couple of options. They can either full eco or have a weaker upgraded pistol round. But most likely scenario now after winning this pistol is Team Spirit are going to tie the scoreline up 7-7. Ooh. And then it gets difficult again for Eternal Fire. Woxic with some nice shots, though.
Hold the
phone. Has he got it, Jason? Has he got a shot at this?
Hold the phone.
He's got health left and a 1v2, but it's Donk and Shiro, and they just sit back and wait for the peak.
Up in the rafters. Woxic was never going to expect that after a pair of kills. Good shot from Donk, not even to give him a chance to play in that 1v2.
Magic's never give him the fist bump.
He's so focused. He's locked in, man. You can't complain about that.
He's peak male performance.
If you're so
right now.
focused, you don't even realize your teammate's going for a fist bump, you are ready to party.
and Shiro just accepts it. He's like, yeah, sure. Keep yourself locked in. Scoreline about to be tied up, though. Glocks for Eternal Fire. As predicted, they do not have any money, any force buy opportunity without the bomb plant. Good that the Ropper got some extra kills at the end, though. You know, that allows them to get a few extra pieces of cash flowing into his bank account. A little bit of extra money than the rest of the squad. Although this round should be melted. Team Spirit should absolutely melt Eternal Fire here. But you want to limit the casualties if you're the CTs here. 4 MP9s. Money-making time.
Eternal Fire is going to try and pull him into some kind of a stupid play, firing off these Glocks, trying to see if anyone's going to get a little too thirsty.
A little thirst trap, you call it, Jason?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a little thirst trap from Eternal Fire. Throwing some things on Instagram, saying, look at these Glocks, baby. Come get them.
You like my Glock? Rocking with their Glocks out as they come in towards the top site. Donk doesn't fall for that. He knows better. 7-7 scoreline. We're all tied up. 5 players stay alive for Spirit as well, so 0 damage done.
Yep. Eternal Fire is going to buy in this next round, so they might actually have, in terms of pure weaponry, the advantage with a bunch of AK-47s and Galils against the SMGs. 4 of them on the board for Team Spirit CT side, but still breaking in to Nuke. Now, if you're Eternal Fire, you know, and you have an idea that there's a bunch of SMGs, you gotta be a little cautious about some kind of a lobby crunch. Got to be cautious about an outside push. A whole number of risky plays that Spirit choose not to execute a more standard setup from the defense.
I mean, they only have MP9s on the majority of players here. They quite comfortably go in favor of Eternal Fire, as long as they don't make too many mistakes here.
Soul Rifle in the hands of Donk is outside, shifting back towards front lockers at the moment. Magic's using that SMG to try and break some holes in the smoke, get some information, see if he can spot a leg of anyone over towards Squeak Door. Did get some damage onto Akadia down to 50. But Ramp Room's going to be the point of attack. There's 2 defenders here, and oh, Team Spirit is so ready for this with a nade stack.
Zantares sends a couple of bullets Shiro's way. Try and slow them down and keep Zontix comfortable for the time being, but Zantares goes through that fire. There was a gap for him to get through, and Zontix has no idea surely how deep they are.
He loves playing this angle on the ramp. Yeah, and then now he's going to fall back.
Is he? He's going back. He's going for a double dip, and it's going to work out so well for Zontix. He nearly gets a 4K out of the MP9. They thought he was long gone. They thought that he had dropped down into that lower B bomb site, but he didn't. He completely bamboozles them, outplays them, and gets a triple and damage onto a 4th. It's just major. He's pushed by Shiro, and that is a huge bonus round picked up by Spirit.
Good for Zontix. He had a pretty rough series in a lot of different ways against MOUZ to get here to the grand finals. Was shaky at times, but that's a beautiful sequence from him over in Ramp Room. Yeah, big risk to be coming back for that fight. I think he's just feeling like, you know, why not with the SMG? He didn't really have utility, didn't have like smokes to delay if he dropped down, so why not keep fighting as they slowly creep in? I just can't believe he got 3. I don't think Eternal Fire can believe he got 3.
No, they're probably kicking themselves about that situation. The fact you're going down to 1 MP9 on ramp.
They were very worried about that follow-up peak because Shiro showed that presence with the Molotov, the flashbangs. They were worried for that follow-up peak over at J-Hall.
Eternal Fire sent back to primitive weapons. Tech 9s, and a Deagle. Woxic wants the op out soon, so he's going to keep his Glock. He won't invest at all. Zontix in the ramp. They're coming towards him. He'll only manage 1 on the rifle.
Bet he would have got 3 with an SMG.
Yeah, he would have been fine with an MP9, and it actually got down, Jason.
Yeah, they're not going to make it any further. Good job, Xantars with the trade, but once again, Donk has slid into position now, tapping away. Do they want to just continue challenging? This might be the best fight that they can find if you know Donk is back here. Just keep taking this fight with the M4. Xantars has passed it off to his teammate, but again, they've made no progress. Oh, good shot.
Uh-oh, that's the rifle from Zontix, now picked up in the hands of Calyx, and it works against Donk. Shiro and Magix must close out a 2v2.
A really hard 2v2, though. Bomb is still dropped as well. And they don't have a whole lot of time to work with. Bomb just now picked up. Calyx can't protect Xantars, so he's got to plant safe for the other side of the silo.
Oh! What a swing from Xantars. He took damage, though. He's down to 12, and Magic's up against him, trying to win this fight. Xantars confident, dueling out towards Decon despite his low health, and Xantars still behind that pillar, and here's the swing. Magic collects it, recovers the round for Team Spirit, but they would have liked a far cleaner round. Eternal Fire make that uncomfortable.
Yeah, Xantars, he knew he needed, I think, to catch Magic because he being the one peeking and just couldn't find the right timing for it. So low on HP. Had to pick the perfect moment and couldn't find it through that whole sequence. Magix was just so confident and comfortable in that 1v1, feeling like he had the advantage. But a very impressive and a very dangerous round that Eternal Fire just puts out. 4 weapons taken out of the hands of Team Spirit. And timeout taken. 3rd and final one from Eternal Fire. As they see Spirit just stepping forward on the scoreboard, round after round. Still winless in the second half.
Outside smokes deployed straight away from Eternal Fire. Shiro drifting his AWP over to address the possibility they could be down secret. Eternal Fire will slowly take ground, step by step outside. Major tossing out the wall of smokes. Eternal Fire have given themselves outside control with this utility. They can go down secret. And they will make it down with 3 players. But Shiro's here, remember. Shiro's got his AWP ready to go. And he is primed. This is the shot. Now under a lot of pressure because multiple players running him down. Utility goes out. Can Shiro get a second? He absolutely will. And Calyx does well to get into the fire and the flames to finally get rid of that AWPer. But it's 2 for 1 from Shiro and 30 seconds left for Eternal Fire.
Shiro plays that perfectly. Can't complain with that kind of production whatsoever. Looking up for Magic, spots him. There's the swing out. Hard angle for Major to deal with. But now he's let Woxic know, who misses the shot. Calyx won't, but Donk in the sight for the trade. And all based off Shiro stopping them cold down in secret. Eternal Fire can make no progress. Still yet to win a round in the second half.
This is what we were saying at the start of the second half, right? Once Spirits start on the CT side, once they get it going on their defense, they can be so difficult to stop. So difficult to get through. They just have so many options that can stop you in your tracks. Winning the pistol, having the idyllic start, winning the bonus. They've built up money. They've built up cash for days. They are looking at Nuke. It's starting to look like it's going to be their victory, Jason. It really does feel that way at the moment. Eternal Fire disappeared in the second half. They've got Major on a MAC-10, Woxic on a MAC-10, Galil for Wakadia. There's been better days for the money of Eternal Fire.
Well, this time, Team Spirit really felt like that was going to be an upper bust. It's still going to be just a double pump. They're aware of the possibility. But a ton of counter utility deployed in towards Hut. So as soon as that fades, Eternal Fire runs it back with nades and see what they can find at the upper bomb site. 2 players going to be in mini. Magic's on top of Hut. Shiro will come up heaven. Or Zontix.
Magic's lies in wait. Molotov burning down in front of him, but Magic's just mowing them down. So many angles they've got to worry about. Magic's maybe gets punished for that aggression. And Zantares is doing a good job, but he's alone. He's all alone. And Chopper disciplined, getting in behind that squeaky door smoke. Doesn't want to give Zantares another easy fight. Zantares has to come to him. And Chopper, this time with his positional advantage, will take out Zantares and keep racking up these CT rounds for Team Spirit.
Yeah, that double pump, I think, backfired on Eternal Fire. They didn't quite get the relief they wanted in that second hit. It brought so many Spirit players to the upper bomb site. 2 in towards Mini, a good counter Molotov on towards Hut. They hadn't taken everything away from Spirit. And it's just so damaging. When the upper defense gets those first 2 kills, by the time those 2 kills come out, all the flashbangs have worn off. Everyone's got accustomed to where the smokes are.
Yeah.
CTs have kind of made their move to get into a position to deal with things. And that second string of players just really has no chance.
Smoke down in Hut. They're going to come through it. They're going to run through it. Magix needs to be careful. Gets his rifle out and manages 1. Could have been a far worse scenario for Magix. Fortunate to be able to get away with 1 kill there. Got caught in an awkward transition. Now Zontic's pushing through ramp. He's going to start that flank through lobby eventually. Team Spirit hold the player advantage at the moment. Eternal Fire haven't put the bomb down, and it's getting a little more difficult with every second that ticks on. As Zantares is now down, Eternal Fire fall to 2 players in a 4v2 retake situation for Team Spirit. And the timing on that. Shiro comes in, doubles out the players in the site, and it's pretty much all over.
Yeah, it didn't even really matter, the Shiro peak, because you could see on the mini-map, the retake was coming in a 4-on-2, one coming from Hut, one mini, one Heaven, like one coming up Ven or Squeak Door. It's like you just have so many players coming in from so many different positions, and 2 players stuck inside the bomb site would never be able to hold that off. Not a bad call, I think, from Eternal Fire. I think on that double pump in the previous round, they noticed like exactly what kind of utility they threw on the first one. They're like, okay, we can take advantage of that. And they almost do. They almost run Magix down before he can get anything. 5 chances for Team Spirit to take this first map, go up 1-0 in these grand finals of BetBoom Dacha.
Well, the first half was competitive, Jason.
First half was very competitive. A nice comeback from Eternal Fire. The second half, they haven't been able to find their wind on the T side.
I think the first half lied to us, you know.
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of sold us a dream. Eternal Fire just couldn't deal with the brick wall that Team Spirit just put up. A number of these rounds with weaker weapons, no utility really to talk about right now for Eternal Fire. Shiro peels away that first. Zontex would have hoped that he gets another one out of the rifle, but Shiro is just so good on the CT side. Another double kill. Couldn't quite get the third, but they can't go ramp now. They have to allow Zantares to make the play that gets them back into this fight, and that is stopped by Magix.
Yep, he was so concerned about all the different positions outside. Magix gets a freebie as he comes out from Heaven. So now slides down into Rafters. Woxic, Wakadia lurking into this upper bomb site. Good angle for this, though, for at least this first fight, or is it? Looked away. Bad timing. And Wakadia's got an opening.
But here comes Donk. Here he comes. He's now oh, but he's been spotted too. He decides to go for the fight. He decides to try and end this on Wakadia right now. The only player left, and it's closed. The first map of the grand final goes in favor of Team Spirit. They picked Nuke today. And yesterday with Eternal Fire's victory over MOUZ, we were led to believe this is going to be competitive after that first half. But as soon as things transitioned to the CT side for Team Spirit, not a single round was dropped.
It got a bit shaky, I think, in the first half. Eternal Fire managed to knock them off their game on their own T side. I think towards the end of that, it felt like they really got them in a bad rhythm, and Spirit couldn't get anything going. But nice reset. Some nice conversation at halftime as they switched sides, and it was just a lockdown defense that whole time. Spirit able to read every move Eternal Fire was making. And yeah, a very strong win at the end of the day. As you said, the first half kind of felt like a little bit of a lie by the end of that map.
Yeah, it really did. And this is going to be a difficult best of 5 for Eternal Fire. Yep. We all knew it would be coming into this grand final. We thought that first half, wow, it's going to look pretty competitive, but I think we got reminded of how good Team Spirit are, how dominant they can be.
Yeah, and it's good to see them kind of hitting this level, especially in the grand finals. The conversation that they've been having, experience in these situations, they need to get more and more of it to be able to contend and to be able to actually become the best player in the world and hold on to that designation for some time. So it's good seeing them come into this event just ready to party after a disappointing Cologne.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously Holly taking the full blame of that. Well, he's certainly going to...
Which it probably isn't.
Yeah,
but you know what? Shout out to the coach who takes responsibility like that. Take some of the pressure off your boys.
It's like that meme with the soldier taking all the knives in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
The sleeping donk.
Protecting the players.
Yeah, well, Team Spirit 13-7 victory on the first map. Shiro topping the charts. His CT side performance was beautiful to watch. Donk in behind on 18 kills. Those two players, the two front runners of the whole event, the whole tournament, they're leading the way. And it doesn't look like that's going to stop anytime soon. Eternal Fire did have their numbers, did have their players in the first half. Calyx and Zantares in particular having their moments, and it just wasn't enough to make that second half competitive whatsoever. So they're going to have to hope that the second map of play in this this best of 5 allows Eternal Fire back into this game.
Yeah, that's going to be the goal, and obviously a better T side would help. I thought the CT side was okay, and like we said, managed to take control of it, which was super impressive, but not able to find many openings on the T side, not able to find any weakness at a bomb site to exploit. They got shut down on any of those upper busts. They got shut down outside or going down secret by Shiro. They lost so many players, and I think by the end of it, they just felt like they didn't have any options.
Well, they really didn't.
Yeah, they weren't wrong.
Yeah, they were not wrong. But you guys can go and follow Fisher if you want to follow all the updates and all the game clips that we've got over there on the Fisher social media platforms. You can do !FIS in the chat. You'll get given all of those links. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, map 2 of this best of 5 grand final will be coming your way. Welcome back, everybody, to BetBoom Dacha Belgrade 2024. We've got a grand final on our hands, and do we really have a match, though, Jason? That is the question, because that first map went quite comfortably in favor of Spirit. They won every single CT round. They didn't have any sort of situation get uncomfortable in the second half. It does feel like maybe this best of 5 is about to get out of hand.
Maybe, but this is where Eternal Fire can throw a little spanner in the works. If that's the kind of the trajectory you're on in terms of your mindset, this is a map that might change that, because this is going to be Vertigo. Eternal Fire's pick. They love playing it. They're going to be strong on it. Remember, this was the heel of Team Spirit in the first half of the year. This was the map that everyone realized was a weakness for them in their map pool, what everyone tried to exploit heading into the Copenhagen Major. FaZe successfully exploiting it at famously at the Copenhagen Major. And let's see if Spirit's been able to improve their standing and their gameplay on this map to be able to kind of hide that weakness and maybe even just delete it all entirely.
I mean, over the months after that event, right, they switched the positions of Donkey no longer as the B anchor player, which was kind of the main problem, right?
Yeah, but then the map changed.
Then the map changed, and yeah, we'll see how they look now on this Vertigo as you head into the best of 5. Spear hoping that they can get a 2-0 start in this best of 5. And for Eternal Fire, we can set the context that there's only been one team ever to be able to pull off the reverse sweep in the LAN final in a best of 5. And that is Team Spirit at BetBoom Dacha Dubai in 2023.
Oh, it all comes full circle, doesn't it? It's weird how it all works
So
out.
if Eternal Fire lose this map, it is incredibly unlikely that they will be able to pull this grand final back. So it all lies on this Vertigo for EF.
It feels very, very important, doesn't it? Especially when, again, like we just highlighted, the way this map was at one point a weakness for Team Spirit. Eternal Fire looking to get their first T-sided round on the board in this grand final. Blanked on Nuke. And now have to begin attacking into the Team Spirit defense yet again here on their map pick. Double nade towards sandbags. Smoke flash to cause rotations, and boy, has it worked.
Oh, it's completely worked. There's not a single player in the B-bomb site.
Well then, that's very nice.
That's it. That's very nice. There's a kit, though, on Magix, and he's got a smoke. So retake possibility certainly exists still for Team Spirit, but Eternal Fire giving themselves the best possible positioning to win this round. And you've got Major who can come in on that late lurk as well. He's over towards A. He can come through Elevator later into this round and cause problems for Team Spirit. But he goes now, and his shots ring out. They know exactly where he is. He gooshes one. But Zontix has got that first kill. Second in on the CT side retake attempt. And now Major must step up. But it's all on Magix with the Julies rushing into the bomb site. He clears out Woxic. Oh, Kit trying to stick it, trying to be a little cheeky about it. But Calyx is going to peek to make sure that he's not on that diffuse and instantly headshot him. So their first team round win of the grand final. Eternal Fire pick it up on the pistol.
That beautiful pistol round. Lovely fake. You know, that was a crazy rotation. All 5 players, everyone evacuates the B bomb site without seeing anyone from Eternal Fire. They just sense the utility. Hear the 2 nades, call 2 players out, see the smoke. And the alarm bells rang out for Team Spirit, and they completely disappeared from the other side of the map. Always going to be a tough retake after that kind of a scenario. I think Magic's just hoping he gets lucky that obviously the spam might miss through the smoke, but maybe that they just have a little miscommunication between the 2 of them and thought sticking it at that point was his best chance. Major grabs stairs control, but as a Molotov fades, waits to see if there's going to be any kind of a reaction. There is an HE grenade.
And that HE goes in behind the double stack.
Where did that go? Did he throw it against the box on accident?
The grenade? The HE grenade? No, it went over the top. It went to the back of the double stack.
Okay.
Did barely any damage to Zontix overall, but it made it. 3 MAC-10s, though, for Eternal Fire. That's money-making devices right there. Wish I had one of those.
Yeah, you just casually wish you owned a MAC-10?
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Okay. Or a money-making device.
You can, Jason.
This is what you were going with?
You've got the freedom.
I think even in America, the MAC-10 is not allowed. Here we go. Good rounds. No issues for Eternal Fire. They mop things up. 2 kills on Wakadi on Zontaras. Chopper maybe just go for some bonus money of his own after he picks up a MAC-10.
So 2-0 start for Eternal Fire on a must-win map for the Turkish squad.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this first gun round. I'm excited to see how Team Spirit's gonna play things and handle this new look Vertigo. We kind of laughed about it at Cologne, and it still just sort of continues. We haven't really had a chance to cast a whole lot of the new Vertigo. It really wasn't being picked a whole lot when it got changed up. Teams weren't really feeling comfortable on it quite yet. I think teams starting to get used to the new fights and the new takes and different ideas of how you have to attack the A bomb site and deal with catwalk, etc.
Yeah, I think we've seen it a little bit more in this tournament.
We have. This was the first event we got spammed with it a little bit. 2-0. M4 is out for Team Spirit, though. Shiro will not have his AWP, which was super impactful on Nuke CT side.
Oh, a little tap to the toes from Xantares. He's just jumping. He actually managed to get out of there, which I'm actually really impressed by.
That's actually so funny.
Just jumping away from the bullets.
Well, Zontix and Magic are going to stay aggressive on these stairs. Here's the flashbang. Magic's turns from it. They lure him into the fight. Zontix can't win it out. Good opening frag from Major to give themselves some space. Did he think that was a grenade?
He ran away from it, so he managed to dodge the damage tossed in towards him. Magic's now moving forward. Not seeing any presence for Eternal Fires. They've stalled out at the 50-second mark.
Well, Team Spirit's pretty convinced they're going to hit this B bomb site. Keeping 3 players here. Chopper's alone at A. He still has smoke Molotov, so he's still got all the utility he needs to delay.
Now the util's coming in. Magic's can call. It is going to be a B finish for the side of Eternal Fire. Magic's goes down first. Wakadia lands that headshot, and Shiro's out of there. He drops back into spawn, and they're not in a position to fight for this. They didn't do enough on the initial hole, but they go back again. Chopper just nips in through that smoke.
I don't know if
and walks away with Woxic, but it's not enough to feel comfortable in the round.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's enough for them to actually go for this whatsoever. So a good hit from Eternal Fire. Find that opening pick on Zontix, top stairs as you take control. Didn't even really have to do much at the A bomb site and just brute force your way in with a nice execute. Team Spirit can't hold on to B. That's a 3-0 start for Eternal Fire on the T side. Nothing crazy. But as we said, a very important map in this series for Eternal Fire to keep this close. Not go down 2-0 and heading into another Team Spirit map pick.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't happen in the next, you just know that the rest of the maps in the pool, Team Spirit are going to be a lot more comfortable on to try and close out this series eventually. So you have to win Vertigo. Magic's to an MP9, everybody else with an M4. And for Eternal Fire, Woxic continues to have his sniper. Magic's and Zontix, though, collapsing upon Wakadia and Major. No trade from Eternal Fire. And it's a 3v5 to kick off the round for the T's.
Woxic's going to cover as they lead the way towards stairs. Xantares leading the way. That smoke is going to mess with the timing they were hoping to exploit. Probably have the knowledge Magic's is low and want to take advantage of an easier kill. But all this quiet on the map and patience, once again, Team Spirit is going to realize B bomb site is likely the point of contention. There goes Magic's. That was that easy kill, but they're still stuck behind a smoke, and seen over it is Calyx. So Zontix grabs that one. Smoke attempted to be broken over it, open. It goes too deep. But I still think Xantares and Woxic want nothing to do with this fight anymore.
No, they're back in the white. Now the save coming in. This time for Eternal Fire. First round lost them for Eternal Fire on their map pick of Vertigo. Team Spirit finally putting it together, and it's success early at the B bomb site from Magic's and Zontix that is able to close this round out. Magic's only had a little MP9 to play with.
Donk hasn't got a whole lot of attention. You mentioned his they shifted him on defense with some of those woes on the map due to him being the B bomb site anchor, which doesn't seem like something he's suited for, or at least, you know, he has too many positives in other areas to just shove him into a bomb site to sit pat.
Yeah, he needs to be active all over the show.
But with the kind of rinse and repeat, you know, attack of the B bomb site, it's like they haven't, you know, people across the map, Magix and Zontix have had the brunt of the pressure.
I'm finally starting to handle it.
See if Eternal Fire changed things up. There's going to be a, well, headphones are off and in-ears are popped out, so I'm assuming this is going to be a tech.
Yeah, admin rushing over to Chopper's PC.
They've got all their lifelines back today. They have their phone a friend still.
Oh, that's true, that's true. The admins did call their friends yesterday to fix some sort of issue.
They have the 50-50 option still available.
Yes, indeed. You could host a game show, Jason, I think.
Oh, I would love to host a game show.
Well, you can do it next week. 3 weeks,
Yeah,
3 weeks of it, in
True.
fact.
I just have to not only host it, I just have to come up with the idea as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and also be funny.
And yeah, the writer, the producer, the host.
Yeah, and probably the brains behind it all as well.
That's which is not my strength.
But it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, the game shows at EPL always end with the winner takes all.
Winner take all question.
It's a fun feature. That all kicks off in 2 days' time. Counter-Strike never stops. Looks like
He is phoning a friend.
he's texting.
He's texting a friend. Okay.
Yeah, is that a? Do we count that?
I think that counts in the same. I think that takes the phone a friend away.
He's like, guys, Chopper's headset is. I don't actually know what I'm
Oh,
doing here.
he's made it out to the. He's made it out.
Here he comes.
Here he is.
Dude, I don't actually believe the admins on stage know what they're doing.
The
If they
assistant-
have to keep calling another person to come up, like, maybe we just start with that person.
Oh, quite a tech issue. The big guns have come out onto the stage. Daddy's here. Daddy admin coming to fix all the problems.
Oh, how many admins does it take to fix a Chopper mic issue?
Zontix seems unimpressed. He's just like, can we play?
Donk seems confused. And Eternal Fire look bored.
Yeah, for them it's full focus. You know, Major's brain is probably running 100 miles an hour right now, trying to figure things out, trying to put together what they've seen, what they've looked at. He knows, you know, while you can't speak during this time to your team and call anything out, this is a great moment for him to be able to rest, relax, and come up with an idea. You don't have the luxury of having this much time usually to think about, you know, how you want to play the next few rounds. And Major's going to be experienced enough to realize that, you know, this tech issue, it can be a nuisance, but if you look at it as a positive in a way to kind of get your game plan set, when you come out of this, you can either call a timeout or use that freeze time to impart what you've thought of to the rest of the players.
No, you're not allowed to communicate during tech issues, but Donk and Magix, they communicate in every way possible without speaking.
Yeah, they were doing the staring contest yesterday.
Looks like Donk was trying to get his attention. Magix was just staring at him. You know, they entertain each other in these boring tech issues.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, have a little bit of fun with it.
Gotta keep the Zoomer brain entertained.
Right, keep the vibes up as well.
Gotta keep the constant stimulation.
Always need some kind of input.
Now, we talked about Eternal Fire earlier on in this tournament. We brought up the storyline of, you know, this is a roster that made so many moves. Woxic out, Woxic in, Major out, Major in, Immor out of the team, into the team. There was just so many of these crazy changes always happening. There was no stability with the roster. Zantara started as an in-game leader. It's just crazy. It was all over the place. Yeah,
that is a wild timeline.
Yeah, I feel like they just had every Turkish player on the team at one point. You know, you had Xcloud in there.
Except for Woxic.
yeah. But Woxic now in the squad, obviously.
Yeah.
First there with the Eternal Fire team. And then we watch Wakadia come in, and it seemed to work. You know, it just seemed to bring their ceiling up.
Wakadia was a revelation because it felt like for a long time, as you mentioned, through all these like recycling of players, it was all players that we'd seen before coming in and out, you know, over and over again at different points, thinking, okay, maybe he's the solution this time, maybe it actually works this time. No, not a whole lot of new blood and new talent filtering through.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a big question about, you know, the Turkish scene is do they have the next generation of, you know, a player who can come in and step in, and that turned out to be Wakadia. He was a revelation when he hopped into this roster, and I was like, oh, there we go. They took a risk on some young talent out of Turkey, and boy, is it paying off. And, you know, his development since then, he's still a very strong force within this team.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, they didn't have bad players in the past. You know, Imor, it was definitely a fragger, but a little bit temperamental.
They've had a couple bad players, you know.
In his play style.
They've had a few in there from time to time.
Yeah, sure. But Imor, he could frag, but I used to pull my hair out.
Watching him play?
Watching him play sometimes, because he would be his own worst enemy. You know, he'd find 2 amazing kills, and if he just sat back, it would have been fine, but then he just wide swings and loses life, gets traded, the whole round falls apart.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
That's what I think when I watch you play, Dinko.
Yeah, but I'm not as good as him all. So.
We're playing those FACEIT games. I'm watching you make decisions, and I'm like, oh, every single one of them is aggressive.
Yeah, and it worked, didn't it?
Well, yes, yeah.
Almost every time.
Almost every
60% of the time.
Works every time.
That's an amazing.
Look at Shiro tapping his brain. It's like focus time, baby.
Yeah, he does that telekinesis stuff. You know,
psyching himself up.
Pokes. It's anime.
I got a strong-ass mental. Nothing can shake me.
I think it's more anime, you know? He's
even
like
10-minute tech.
He's seeing his favorite anime character power up by putting their fingers to their head, and he goes into that mode.
Isn't that like a, isn't that Dragon Ball Z or something?
I don't know. I don't watch anime.
Okay. Never seen any of it. Not even a single one.
Never watched an episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you should get into it. That's one of the good ones.
One of the good ones? All right. But there's just so many episodes. There's not like a billion episodes. Would not just be a waste of time.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different, I guess, I don't even know what it's called. There's like a bunch of different, like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z, like.
Have you seen Sailor Moon?
No, I haven't seen Sailor Moon.
I've just been told
I actually know nothing about
anime. Guy. I don't know what that means.
I watched Dragon Ball Z because it was huge and I was growing up and I was a kid. It was pretty legit.
Yeah. The only anime I watched was Attack on Titan, Season 1.
Okay.
After that, didn't watch anything else.
Did you enjoy Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, but I watched it when I was a teenager, so.
Well, now you got to get caught up.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of seasons now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's over now, too, isn't it? I think they had.
I don't know.
The final season was.
But that's a man that knows his anime.
Yeah, I bet he does. He would know it all.
I love every time we do the lobby, you ask after a player break, so Magix, what did you get up to during the break? And you know, you've been asking a bunch of other players. Now we went to Spain, we went to Greece, we had a great holiday, hung out with my girlfriend. Magix, what did you do? I played Dota and watched anime. That was a holiday for him in a way.
Yeah.
You know, it's not playing Counter-Strike.
Well, you know, if that's what you love doing, go.
I love
for
it.
Yeah.
And he is just a gamer. He just is an absolute peak gamer.
I wonder if he gets to play with like the Team Spirit Dota team. Aren't they pretty good? I don't know anything about
Yeah,
Dota.
and they won the TI.
I think they won TI recently-ish, right?
Ish, yeah, within the last few years. I don't know. I don't watch that either.
It's not what you're doing on
kind of
vacation.
Counter-Strike and nothing, Jason.
Sure.
I exist in this.
I cast Counter-Strike. I play Counter-Strike. I watch Counter-Strike talk shows.
Yeah, that's it. Apart from your one, I don't listen to you.
Oh, come on.
I listen to you.
I know you do.
I can't. Well, I used to, but I can't do it anymore.
It's hard. You know the person behind the character.
I just know all the masks you guys put up on that show. Anyway, here we go. 3-1 start. Eternal Fire. They just lost their last round, their first round rather, here on Vertigo. I'm going to try and bounce back into it. It's quite a long tech issue, so thank you for being patient, everybody, as we got that one fixed. The text-to-friend, phone-to-friend combo.
It all works.
It worked out in the end.
He maybe could have used that 50-50 a little bit earlier. That might have been able to speed things up, but he wanted to take the risk, and boy, has it paid off for him. 3-1. Both teams with weapons up in the hands of Woxic. It's been a lot of emphasis on the B bomb site for Eternal Fire. This time they're going to attack into a ramp. Waiting out a little bit of utility.
Little creep up to the bottom of the ramp for Wakadia and the Major. They leap through that ramp smoke as it fades away, and they've got some space to play with. Team Spirit not challenging for ramp control. They want to just hold down in the site. They've got so many angles they can play as the CTs and Doc. Oh! It looked like he wanted to get ready, but misses a timing and ends up getting blasted away. Fortunately, Chopper able to trade, but Shiro can't do the same. And this is starting to fall apart for Team Spirit. This A bomb site being tested in a big way, but bomb plant denied by Zontix. Pushing Cat is Antares, and now the element of surprise is gone, but what a recovery and what a shot on Chopper.
Yeah, now things slow down. Man, the pace of that hit without a whole lot of utility is crazy.
They still got a chance here, Team Spirit, though. That kill from Magix draws them back, and they've got to be aware. They have to start thinking about a possibility that Antares is coming around this backside, and Zontix clears it, checks it, and now the Calyx factor is left. 30 seconds and a 1v2.
Oh, this has gone south
Oh, they get
so fast,
oh.
but man, in missing the shot at the end, Calyx goes down, and it's Spirit with round 2. They withstand the pressure. That's actually a crazy dangerous hit. But stopping the bomb being planted threw that all into chaos. Took the advantages away from Eternal Fire, and they could do nothing, even with that kind of a shot. At the end of the day, in this 3-on-2, Eternal Fire, I mean, all those are 1v1s. They weren't able to sync up any kind of coordination with Xantar's advanced position, Calyx's passive position. Gotta be frustrating after the openings that they had. And Eternal Fire, call a timeout, weird money situation. They can pick up 2 AK-47s on Woxic and Major, but the other guys are going to be stuck on pistols.
Yeah, frustrating enough to call a timeout. Map 3, if we, obviously we're going to go there, but we got Mirage, and that's going to be Team Spirit's map pick. For anybody just tuning in, you can look at the video on the top right of your screen for this BO5 Grand Final.
Why does Anubis look like a metropolitan city? Look like skyscrapers?
Yeah, it does. That's the art style, just kind of playing tricks on your mind. Yeah, I like the art style, though. I think it looks pretty cool.
It is cool.
Get some of those paintings up on the wall. Xantares eating a grenade. He's the hero AK player. So this is what Eternal Fire have decided to go with. So an AK-47 for Xantares, everybody else on pistols.
The Molotov. Xantares with the boost. The only AK-47. That's the fight he wants, and that's the fight he's taken. The scalp he's taken. Zontix, and they know where Magix is now as well. Oh, what a wraparound. Another Xantares peak. And now stuck in the open. Chopper out of ammunition, but the USP delivers.
The in-game leader stepping up with a USP of all weapons. Sure, just casting away the pistols on the other side, but now Shiro gets involved. P250 coming into play. And Wakadia left with a Glock. He is not going to get much done here whatsoever. Shiro to clean him up. And the scoreline being drawn back here for Team Spirit. They had a pretty poor start, but it's been their show since the guns have come out.
Dude, this has got to be so disappointing. How does Chopper get all these kills with the USP of all weapons? The dink onto Xantares, that's a disgusting sequence that saves the day. And this is back-to-back rounds where Eternal Fire got the first 2 openings on their play. You have the boost up and then clears out Magis previously. They had both the kills of the A bomb site to get in, and Team Spirit recovers back-to-back 3v5s.
Yeah.
Last round, obviously, just 1 AK-47 and unarmored pistols, but still a dangerous scenario when that B bomb site is being overrun.
Donk's had a quiet start, 0-3 at the moment, yet to get on the board.
There's just not a lot has been sent his way. They've only really had 1 round where Eternal Fire have attacked into the A site. Yeah, he's been in some retakes. Looks like he's going to get some love here. Let's see if Donk can handle the heat.
Zontix has got short. Donk will watch his crane peak. No, he will not. In fact, he's going to get boosted up. So Donk being set up for his first kill of Vertigo. Woxic decapitated. And the grenade perfectly lined up to go towards Wakadia here in the hands of Chopper. He'll just hang on to it.
He wants someone to get contacts. Nope, just chucks it out of the timing. And peeks to see if anyone's at that angle.
Wakadia now getting away from the sandbags to see his next opponent. Doesn't get the fight he wants. Now, Eternal Fire are stalled out on the ramp at the moment by Team Spirit, and things are not going well. Xantares goes down a short. It's 3 players left for Eternal Fire. Make it 2. They're just not getting into this round.
Well, and also, I mean, those fights, there's no one there to trade anything. No one's there to swing off Xantares to take out Zontix over towards Gap. 2v5 attempted to be recovered. Can happen quickly. If they get the right kill at the right time, you have 10 HP on Zontix.
And Donk's just kind of offered himself up, so he goes down. And Zontix now waiting it short, though. That locks it in. Major spotted at the sandbags. He'll be taken out by Shiro at the end. And these rounds are starting to become very convincing for Team Spirit, and that's worrying here for the side of Eternal Fire, because this is a must-win map. This is their map pick. This is their best shot They're getting going in this best-of-5 grand final, and they're using their second timeout already on the T side, despite a 3-round lead to kick off this map.
Yeah, but they're struggling right now. You can tell having a tough time getting a grip of these T-side rounds, much like Nuke. They won the first gun rounds. Team Spirit saved 3 rifles out of that, and then they've been able to just run away with the CTF 4 in a row, withstanding everything Eternal Fire has sent their way. They've stopped them at the B bomb site now and the A bomb site. Mid has mostly been ignored by both teams. And Team Spirit starting to build up once again into a very powerful defense. Tech 9s for Eternal Fire. And surely just an execute at the B bomb site. Gain control of stairs, chuck out the utility, maybe a split coming in through mid as well. But that's well defended against. That's a dangerous game. I wouldn't want to be the one to throw that nade.
No, you would not. Yeah, Woxy, we got a great idea. You're gonna stand on your tippy toes at the side of the map and throw the smoke for us.
It's like, guys, you're really setting me up to fail here.
Oh, well, Flash is in. It works out. It pays off. And they're in. They're into the B bomb site. Eternal Fire. Ooh, missed shot from Shiro. Baited out of him by Xantares. And this is good from Eternal Fire. Ooh. They managed to get in a follow-up kill on Chopper. That's huge. That's
massive. This round might be done. Unless Donk gets something right here that makes this retake possible. It looks like they're going to set him up to at least attempt to activate, maybe get a kill with the utility, force someone into the open, but that next smoke coming in.
Oh, the re-smoke. That's it. That's the round done.
That's the GG. However, the round's not over because there is a flank coming in at the A bomb site. Attempting to take these weapons away from Team Spirit. Money's not the best thing in the world for them. Another full buy in the next round, but then they're out of funds. So saving these weapons would be massive. Donk gets the first step in that direction. But it's Calyx coming in from the A bomb site. Shiro's aware of the possibility. And Calyx surely will just walk right into his crosshair.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Damn.
But he shreds him. AWP picked up by Donk at the ante.
Shiro just falls asleep at the end?
I guess.
Sleep at the wheel?
Well, he's definitely put to sleep by Calyx.
4th round for Eternal Fire. That one stings after such a strong CT side run.
4th timeout of the half as well from both squads, using 2 timeouts in the first set of rounds. Don't think Cali's going to be happy about the way they lost that B bomb site, but also those kind of rounds can rattle you a little bit.
A B bomb site can be such a nuisance, so difficult to hold on to.
A flash was
that flashbang did work just great. Couple missed shots in there. Shiro's able to get that one. Maybe they move forward, but you can see well protected were the smokes to prevent that retake from happening. So we're all tied up. And Spirit fully invest everything they've got. With the win on Tech 9s, Eternal Fire have a bit of a luxury. They got 2 players with 27, 2400 still. All towards the A bomb site. There's the kill from Shiro. There's no cover. This time, Spirit throw no smoke so that they can fight, and they have destroyed Eternal Fire.
Well, that's quite a way to answer back, isn't it? What a great idea from Team Spirit in the follow-up, out of the timeout, out of a round loss. Eternal Fire probably felt like, okay, guys, that's it. We're back in this first half. We've done a great job with the Tech 9s, getting into the B bomb site. That's our opportunity. And then they get melted.
Kicked in the face.
Yeah, pretty hard. They got no teeth left.
All right, getting hyped up now. Yeah.
The classic Donk scream.
There was like a little chopper.
And I know that word.
A little chopper laugh, and then the scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like Donk's like, I haven't really had a whole lot of fun this game, so I just want to be, give me one round. Let me be unleashed. Eternal Fire caught in a little bit of a trap. It seems like so many of them were out in the open expecting there to be some kind of a smoke coming in as usual.
Shiro, ooh, blinded. Donk at the sandbags, though. They're coming to clear him, and they'll deal with him. Donk gets blasted away by Wakadia.
Oh, tough angle for the AWP of Shiro. Misses this shot, and he's got to back away, and there's a ton of space for Eternal Fire to start swinging wide onto the bomb site. They're calling all the reinforcements over, but Eternal Fire is not done yet, not committed yet.
Smoke up, executing. Eternal Fire looking for an A finish. Spraying down his Chopper, and he's got two. Wakati goes past him in the smoke, though. He gets into the elevator. Chopper not ready for that. Good trade from Zontix. 3v2, bomb still not planted here for Eternal Fire, and they've gone through all of their utility. Those smokes won't last forever. They start to fade away now, and they're looking for fights.
Yeah, you need Zontars to get you a kill here. Oh, Molotov forces his hand, but boy, does he nail it. Down very low at 23 health.
Yeah, but that shot, that gets them back in this fight. Zontix out below, headshot, jumps up. Oh, Woxic off the top. Mac 10 rips him to shreds, and now it's Shiro involved in a clutch alone. 1v2 as the AWPer comes back in. Zantara is cleared, pistol pulled, and can't get back in time to stop Woxic on the swing.
Really nice reposition out of that bomb plant with the Mac 10. Just moving perfectly to realize if this engagement, he's probably hunting down Zantars. That's the player he knows the position of the best, and he's there for the swing, ready to go for the trade. Perfect, and Eternal Fire continue to fight back. A couple of low-buy rounds. Mac 10 previously was the Tech 9 hit towards the B bomb site. The lower economy rounds are being very successful for Eternal Fire. That's what's keeping them in this map.
Shiro going for the peak, down short, not able to land it. Under a little bit of scrutiny now, so he'll toss out utility to keep himself alive. Donk getting spammed down through that yellow wall.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad if you're Donk.
3 health. That's all he's got left.
He's like, come on, I just want to... Oh, this boost again. One tap from Zantars. They call the boost. I mean, it's a beautiful shot. It was on Donk, who had 3 HP, so it could have been an ugly shot. It still would have got a kill.
Yeah, Donk has a rough round, Jason. You know?
Very rough round. Spammed to 3 and then killed when he's not looking by a boost where he's so far away from the bomb site. Hey,
Poor
kill's
Donk.
a kill. 5-on-4 is a 5-on-4, and Eternal Fire going to go back to the B bomb site. Magic senses that timing.
Major. Chiming in on Chopper. Money at breaking point here for Team Spirit. To lose this round will likely result in a 7-5 half in favor of Eternal Fire. Zontic's doing what he can to draw those numbers back, and there's a double setup on B. Shot connects, but it's not enough damage. Finished off by Magic at close wood. And 34 seconds is all that's left in this round for Eternal Fire, and they feel like they want to go away. With Calyx coming through middle, they feel like they've got a powerful lurk position that could impact the outcome of this round. And it's perfect. Calyx walking right into it. Magic's on the rotation. He's calling for his teammates to come back. They're leaving A again. They're going for a B finish with 15 seconds. They're sprinting back, and Calyx holds down the B site.
Oh, there's no utility to stop the plant either. That's all they could really hope for at this point would be to stop the plant from even going down. Oh, Shiro.
I mean, he hasn't got any money. Does he want to just save this op?
Yeah, you have to. You can't go for this whatsoever. He was hoping, again, maybe you find someone just being a little lackadaisical up on construction over in middle, whatever it might be. And then you get a chance at a 1v2 if you want to go for that. But boy, Eternal Fire this round just works Team Spirit back and forth between the bomb sites. Not even being shy about it. Like, not walking, sprinting the whole way. And a wonderful lurk from Calyx in middle. Double kill for him in the round. This is Eternal Fire taking the lead.
Yeah, that's a really nice round from Eternal Fire. And with them winning this round and the money being so bad for Team Spirit, it's very likely that that round win gives them another. So we're going to see a 7-5 scoreline to work with for Eternal Fire. Similar to Nuke. Just weren't able to get anything in the second half, but this time actually showing us something on the T side. This is Donk, the end of his round. Really didn't have a good time. You know, he got spammed down.
Yeah, that round sucked for him.
Yep.
Well, you still have that ult.
And MP9s and everybody else.
Yeah, around that, it's not the prettiest thing in the world.
Donk has 0 utility as well. Magic's were just an HE grenade, so this round is difficult for Team Spirit.
Yeah, this is a round where I feel like without the utility and the smokes to block off choke points the way you've been able to, and even Molotovs especially, Shiro's AWP is going to be the main reason they win if they do. He's at the B bomb site right now. Under pressure and blinded. So much utility coming in, and they've got no utility to support him whatsoever.
Shiro has got to be a hero, and he gets blinded further back in behind generators. It's going to be an opening kill from Chopper. Zantara is burned away. They're staying committed to this B bomb site. They want to finish the half here. But Team Spirit have rotated everybody over. It's a full party inside of this site. And Magix has got that kill on Major, leaving Eternal Fire with 3 players. Zontix following up. Just Calyx on the stairs. A 1v5, and he can't do much about this outcome. It's going to be 6-6. Team Spirit able to somehow squeeze one extra out at the end of the half.
This time that over-rotation just really pays off. Everyone's here. You can understand why, too. Shiro just calling for any kind of help he can get with the AWP as he's blinded and forced back. And those SMGs know they can be aggressive. Get behind the smokes, harass, and don't let Eternal Fire have any comfort to peer into the bomb site. Calyx left in a 1v4.
Yeah, not looking.
And the way Spirit's playing this, you ain't winning it. They're giving plenty of time to Shiro to find the kill, and if he makes any move up the stairs, he's got 3 MP9s ready to swing. We end the half 6-6 and switch sides.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that's the cleanest half from Team Spirit, the most performative half here on the CT side, but it's certainly effective being able to grab 6 rounds out of it, but Eternal Fire will just have to work with what they've got.
Really good T-side, though, from Eternal Fire. I mean, started out with that B emphasis, kind of switched things up, found success over at the A-bomb site a couple of times. A couple dangerous hits didn't go their way, but bouncing back and forth between the sites as the half wore on really was a tough time for Spirit to get a read of where they were headed. Now we'll have to wait and see what the T-side for Spirit's going to look like. A chance for Donk to take out some frustrations from a quiet and odd first half.
Yeah, definitely not.
He didn't really get a whole lot of
It's not like the shift to the A bomb site has made him more comfortable, but it has made the team more solid. He didn't look like he was too solid on the A bomb site in that half, but
well, I mean,
might have just been a bad half.
Yeah, I think that's more than anything. Like, sometimes you just have those games where it feels like you can't find any kind of clean fight or any kind of fight you're used to taking, and I think Eternal Fire showed a couple different ideas with pacings towards that A-bomb site, and obviously good utility work, a couple of boosts. Yeah, Donk never really knew what to expect.
Well, pistol round is so important here for Eternal Fire. If they're able to win this and get the idyllic start in the second half, they can build something on the defense. Again, just to reiterate, this is a must-win map. If Eternal Fire want to have any say in this series, they have to win Vertigo. To go down 2-0 in a best-of-5 is often a death sentence. You would have to reverse sweep Team Spirit on all the remaining maps, and that is just so unlikely.
I feel like often isn't a strong enough word. It's like 98% of the time.
Well,
it's a death sentence, right?
Any time apart from the one time Spirit did it.
Yeah, exactly.
In Dubai at the end of last year. Well, Wakadia swings out with the Joe Beretta. Is going to be fighting down construction. Continues to fight and spawn, but he's overrun. He's overwhelmed and doesn't get a single kill out of the engagements. Walksick with 1, Shiro on the follow-up, and this is Team Spirit in full control of the pistol. Bomb will be planted, round will be collected, and Eternal Fire will be down 1 round.
Look how much damage Magic's tanked in this round to make it happen for his team. Major's coming over. He's sniffing for an idea. Again, you'll see him test and see if any kills are given up, any mistakes are made, but you have to imagine Major and Zontars are going to prioritize the armor and end up backing away from this. They have no kit. They've got no utility. So if you don't get like a free kill, a free peek, there's no point in even testing it. And Team Spirit, after that odd post plant on Nuke, they are playing these much more disciplined. No one's peeking, set up in their positions, their crossfires, and waiting for Eternal Fire to make their move. Zontars, the bomb blast takes away some armor, so he won't get any free upgrade. Or cheap upgrade, I should say. It's not free. Split through middle, and those Glocks overwhelming every element of defense. Second round bye for Eternal Fire. FAMAS on Zontars. MP9s on the other 4 players. That's both pistol rounds won by Team Spirit on this map.
Yeah, generally points in the right direction.
Especially if it's a map that, it might not be your strongest in your map pool. Having a double pistol round luxury, especially if you convert the second round here, you're going to be loving it. A map that you would absolutely enjoy stealing away from Eternal Fire. Map that's got to feel like a danger point in this BO5 for Team Spirit.
Smoke execute in. Team Spirit line it up.
Good Major just trying to find some clever position to put this MP9. Oh, saw 2 targets. And just as he adjusted, the peek came in. They have the B bomb site, and once again, Eternal Fire. It feels like there's no reason for them to even think about going for this. Maybe not even give the opportunity for a mistake. Keep these 2 rifles, this SMG up for the next round, and you get to try again.
Yeah, it felt like a bit of a non-starter this round, but that is the result for Team Spirit. Their 8th round collected, and Eternal Fire, if they were to throw everything into this, they would lose everything and then have nothing to play with in the next round.
Nothing.
So, yeah, it is a frustrating save to have to make, but one that'll allow them to fight in the next, and these 3 weapons will be freed up a little bit more. But that's an 8-6 scoreline. Team Spirit starting to get in control of Vertigo. Still early stages here in the second half, and they're on the hunt. They want to take everything away. Mac-10 charging in, and good job from Calyx and Zantares. Actually, a nice little upgrade as well at the end. Well, yep, that's huge. Not bad. Another Galil if they want the switch to the FAMAS, and they do. So 3 Galils.
Yeah, I think Spirit, they'll be able to wipe that one away. Unfortunate the hunt doesn't net them anything, and obviously you've passed over those rifles, so this round does get a bit more dangerous. But a good initial take of these bomb sites. Wakadia traded. It's round 15. They do have dualies on Wakadia and Major to supplement the rifles.
Ooh, Calyx under some pressure. Flash lands in his mouth. So
I think that was one of his team's flashbang that he was going to use to peek. Oh, over the top. There's that lack of head armor.
It all goes so wrong. Team Spirit now with a 1-player advantage. Minute 5 seconds left in this round as well. There's 3 Galils they saved from the last round still available, still kicking on the server. But we go under 1 minute. And Team Spirit are throwing smokes in the B-bomb site, but it's all a smoke show. They're not actually going into this site at all. They're thinking about a different play. They're sending Zontix in to fake it, and he's doing a great job. Very convincing from Zontix, but Major's not seeing anybody else. And so now comes the A play, and Woxic can't handle it. 40 seconds left.
A lot of misdirection, a lot of micro plays happening at the same time in different parts of the map, and just not the resources for Eternal Fire with only the 3 saved rifles. They just don't have enough, weaponry spread across all their players to stop everything. Well done from Team Spirit to crack it open on both sides of the map. So much pressure on the B bomb site. And Chopper's going to go for a hunt, and this one should be a little bit better. Oh, I cursed him there. They don't know about magics. Maybe, I think at this point, Spirit's like, we hunted last round and lost so much. Let's not even go for this. Their money's not looking too pretty because of the losses they took at the end of the last round. They'll be in a 3-round lead, but it's tenuous. Especially considering Eternal Fire with these Galils are happy to keep bringing them forward. Free rifles is going to give them a lot of money to work with. Cool idea in those rounds from Team Spirit as well. They throw a smoke off the wall, a little jump smoke off the wall below the stairs to give them a lot of space to get the boost going, and they've actually gotten Zontix behind the boards a couple rounds and put him in a pretty advanced position to be able to pounce at a nice timing or prevent anyone from being aggressive. I wonder if we'll see that at all in the full gun rounds. That's the smoke I'm talking about. There's the molly to clear boards. Usually somewhat paired with a boost, but this time playing it safe. Speaking of boost,
Yeah, boosting up. Zontake's getting him deep into the bomb site. This could be the play that creates so much space for Team Spirit to work with. Smoke's coming in, out towards generators. A defensive smoke thrown out by Major to allow him to actually play within the site. Calyx does well. First opening onto Donk. Zontix instead must be the player to deliver here inside of the bomb site. Oh, what a shot! Zontix just sits Major down, and that's the site to overtaken and overrun by Team Spirit players.
Eternal Fire need to figure out how they want to handle that situation right now. Oh, Zontix, advanced position again and another one. Yeah, if you're Eternal Fire, you need to say, what happens next time that smoke is thrown? What's the best reaction to this?
They're going to go for this.
Yeah, they have to.
They're running in. Shiro off from generators. Damage being done. And Woxic, you can't now. You can't go for this, but you can't get away. So there's no mercy from Team Spirit. And Zontix has become the playmaker today.
He's having a very good game. Was their top fragger on the CT side with 4 kills. And now he's been the main piece of this attack. The one they're boosting up and putting into this position. They're doing a really good job with it. Donk's quiet game continues, but it doesn't matter when your teammate is having this kind of a performance. 10-6. And once again, much like Nuke, it feels like that first half sold us a dream as Eternal Fire remain winless in second halves in this series. 0 rounds in the second half on Nuke, 0 rounds so far in the second half of Vertigo.
Orcadia forced back. There's the fight for Zontix. Oh, the damage done to the second play. The grenade goes over the top. Calyx loses a little bit more, but he's proactive about it. He moves out to fight Zontix, and that works out to draw it into a 4v4.
I'm fine with that repeak from Zontix as well. You have to feel like you had got him so low on that spray earlier. You do go down for a 1-for-1, but again, he's done such a good job of making this B bomb site feel pressure all throughout this half. They can never get comfortable with the different ways he's utilized. 3 players correctly positioned for Eternal Fire's defense at this A bomb site.
Oh, Xantares sees the jumping Magics with the bomb on his back. It's one from Woxic, but the trades come in from Chopper and Donk, and we're now looking at a 3v2 with Team Spirit up a player. Donk still dealing with a short threat, but he can't. Wakadia wins it. Ball going down, a 2v2 established from that kill, but Chopper taking out Calyx, puts Wakadia in a clutch that is so difficult.
Yeah, but with this reposition, this could actually confuse Team Spirit. They've gotten away. That's such a good job. Nice reposition from Team Spirit.
And he doesn't have a kit or any utility. There is a kit down in front of him, but he's got no utility to make this doable. He can't pressure the defuse with the smoke. So he's going to jump down into the site, collect that kit, and just give it his best go. But this is 11 rounds. He has to fall away now, and Team Spirit in full control. It's strange to see Eternal Fire be so competitive in the first halves of both maps and then fall away completely in the second.
Yeah, they're just getting dusted right now. Really nice job from Team Spirit. Chopper's calling a wonderful T side, and when you're having this kind of output from Zontix as your B lurk player, what a luxury to have one player be able to have this kind of an impact over at the B bomb site. And you've supported him plenty of times with the lurk smoke, with the boost up, getting him in position with flashbangs. This round he's all on his own and is able to do massive damage. 20 kills for Zontix here on Vertigo thus far. A 5-round lead, and Team Spirit is just 2 rounds away from another map in these grand finals.
Yeah, and we talk about how difficult it is it's almost impossible to pull off the reverse sweep, especially against a team that is called Team Spirit. You know, you look at the rest of the maps they've got in this best of 5, you gotta say there's so many chances for Team Spirit, even if they don't win the next map, even if they don't win it in a 3-0 fashion. You've got Anubis, you got Dust 2 to close. So many opportunities for Team Spirit to walk away with this best of 5 grand final if they collect Vertigo. This is the best chance for Eternal Fire, and so far their CT side has put up 0 resistance. Team Spirit searching for 12, and they're damn close to it. Chopper, he's only got a Glock in his hands, Jason. That's all he's got at the moment. That's worrying me a little bit. He's got 7K in the bank and a Glock in his hands.
Just playing with a handicap, and it's a little bit of a flex, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even need a rifle to beat.
I've got 4 sharp riflers. It's fine.
Oh, spotted the push, spotted the aggression. Oh, can it be stopped? Can it be handled? They're still fighting. Zontix again underneath was waiting for that wide peak to be able to take him out through the catwalk. Now Calyx has to panic back. The spam takes him down. And again, the B bomb site is just leaned upon early by Spirit, and it's taken so many losses.
B is brittle. B is just breaking over and over again. Team Spirit attacking into them, destroying them. Eternal Fire have Calyx left on 27 HP. You've got Wakadia and Zantares still standing. But Team Spirit are looking like they're about to close this series out, honestly, at this point. Even though there's still more to come, it feels like they're just in dominant show today.
Ooh, good peek up over, but Calyx traded immediately. Molotov down for Zantares, give himself some time to try and make something happen.
They've done well to keep themselves in this fight in the round at least. Blinded is Zantares. Team Spirit can't move forward. 30 seconds. Smoke up in their faces. This is for map point. And that's going to be Donk. Oh, and Shiro follows up. Last two headshots coming in quickly. Team Spirit on map point on Vertigo. We talked about the chances for Eternal Fire being able to take Vertigo. It looked like this was going to be a good map for them. But there's a lot of hard work being done from Team Spirit in terms of improving their Vertigo over the recent months and this whole year, and obviously they've got it in good shape at the moment.
Yeah, this looks much better, but I think they're also being helped by the fact that Eternal Fire on both of these maps have really only played one half of Counter-Strike. It's just that first half where they're able to kind of get anything done. On Nuke, it was the second half on the T side that they couldn't handle. Now on Vertigo, it's the CT side they're struggling with, and maybe that gives them a little life. Woxic with an opening op pick down gap. A 5-on-4.
Well, that's at least the first step in the right direction for Eternal Fire in this round. Good fight. Magic's dinked. Not a comfortable spot for Magix. He doesn't want to keep fighting this, and he's forced into the fight because Zantares just swings him. Shiro trades it, though. Good work from Shiro. It isn't enough to get them into a comfortable position in this round yet, but...
Yeah, but look at now what's happening because the B bomb site has been exposed so many times. You actually have one player heading over. Now they have Wakadia at this position to jump for information. That's a deep angle for intel, so they can shift back. They'll have plenty of time. But they're super concerned about the B bomb site and how many times it's been attacked and abused. 3 players defending it. Wakadia, there's the information. And he's going to back off. That's going to bring Major back to this side of the map. Shiro does have a smoke. And just dropping a smoke at this bomb site and making some presence, it might cause Eternal Fire to shift. It's also got the bomb, so they'll be committed here. Deep smoke, Calyx steps in front of it.
Yeah, Calyx dives down. This is for Eternal Fire's life. Eternal Fire's hope on Vertigo. Calyx with 1. Major coming in and cleaning up Shiro, putting it all on Zontix on the other side of the map with no time. So, not dead yet. It's still going to be a fight for Eternal Fire. Their first round picked up in this second half.
In any second half.
Yeah, in any second half here in the best of 5.
Oh, we'll see if it's enough.
That's not a pretty sentence, is it?
No, it's not. You don't often say that. Woxic getting the opening pick, and Eternal Fire is able to get their first round with the 5-on-4 advantage. Well played from them. Still a long way to go, and you're fighting for overtime, not even fighting for a win at the moment.
Good work, Major, to bring down Zontix. Another 5v4 for Eternal Fire to play with here. They were able to convert it last round. This would be a great moment for Donk to show up. A great chance for Donk to just close it. There's the headshot. Wakadia out of there. Donk on the follow-up. Zantares sat down. Woxic coming in to try and clear this out. He was silent all game long. But the roar of Donk has now erupted on that A-bomb site, and it might have just closed this map out. Eternal Fire in a 3 versus 4. Donk ever closer to the elevator, and his teammates coming into the bomb site now.
He's had a really annoying map, but at this point, you saw it, he felt it, the opportunity to have impact. And Eternal Fire obviously have to go for this. The map hangs in the balance of this retake.
That's Major coming in, sweeping away Magic's. Chopper still within the site, looking to get a bit of a fight, and they come closer to him. Donk's defending him if required. Chopper managing one. Shiro and Donk, the two sharpest players for Team Spirit to close this out, and now just Shiro, not enough. Not enough. Team Spirit were on the brink of closing out this map, but somehow, some way, Eternal Fire stay in it.
And that's a man-down retake. That's a 3-on-4 to come back into that. Beautiful job from Eternal Fire. It's costly. And Shiro, I think, is put in a weird position. It's a little awkward kind of see of him just walking out in the open exposed for Woxic, but he knows if he falls back to ramp and that smoke diffuse comes in hard with the AWP, Glock's not a very strong pistol, and he felt like the only option was getting into that smoke and hiding in it and waiting for the diffuse tap, just couldn't get there in time. Final timeout used by Team Spirit, up by 4. 4 more chances to close this map out, take a 2-0 lead in these grand finals, but Eternal Fire finally fighting back.
I thought this was it.
I did too. This felt like a huge knockout blow. The fact they survive a double kill like that is magnificent.
I mean, you gotta thank Woxic. He's just landing absolute bangers, dude. Woxic keeping them in this. If that's the turning point, if that moment from Woxic gets Eternal Fire to overtime, he is going to be an absolute superstar today.
And Spirit, after the MOUZ game a couple days ago, said that one of the biggest issues they had was closing out Ancient.
Staying composed.
Closing out that map. They lost 3 or 4 rounds in a row to allow MOUZ to force OT. Won it out there. Actually, maybe it was 13-11.
Just about closing it. So often over these last few rounds of Eternal Fire gathered the opening kill, though. Team Spirit have not offered that up in the first few seconds of play.
This would be money gone for Team Spirit if they lose this round. They have a losing bonus building up, so it might be a half buy, but either Zontix again.
Yeah, he's just so annoying towards his B-bomb site.
Yeah, and this has been the winning recipe all through that streak. I think Team Spirit's kind of gone away from it just to do different things, just not to make telegraph that it's happening, but Zontix just keeps finding impact at this B-bomb site, and he's doing it solo.
Yeah, 23 kills, 13 deaths for Zontix. Not always a player that is at the top of the charts for Team Spirit, but today he certainly is. 35 seconds left in this round. Team Spirit approaching the A-bomb site again. Grenade goes in from Xantares. They know what's coming at them. Major lands that first kill, but Donk to take out Xantares. Wakadia at short, defended by Zontix. Woxic now the only player left. And he had a hero moment in the last round. This would be miraculous, and it won't happen. It is Donk to close in the end, and Team Spirit take Vertigo. This is the map pick of Eternal Fire, and it is likely the Eternal Fire's chances in this best of 5 shrinking, because a reverse sweep is damn near impossible, especially against Team Spirit.
I feel like nobody knows how to high-five Zontix after that game. They don't know if they want to shake hands, fist bump, or high-five.
Or just bow to him.
Yeah, what a performance from Zontix on this map, too. What a performance so far from Spirit in these grand finals. Neither map has been a contest. It's just been, if first half is close, hard-fought first half, and the second half is all Spirit.
I mean, we're looking now at Mirage coming up next. Team Spirit's map pick again.
Yeah.
It just feels like the writing's on the wall. It feels like this is going to be a 3-0 grand final from Team Spirit.
And I mean, you've highlighted a number of times that coming back from an 0-2 hole in a best of 5 is near impossible. It's so difficult. Spirit, I think, the only team
has done it.
Yeah.
Donk breaking records at his first land, so that was impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, what a task for Eternal Fire, and it's a bummer because they've gotten so much better throughout this tournament. Obviously, beating MOUZ in that series was a huge accomplishment for them at this stage, heading into the second half of the year. But man, falling flat here in these grand finals is tough. This is kind of a barometer of what level we have of Eternal Fire, and Spirit's showing they're a few steps ahead.
Yeah, right now the second halves have just been the problem for Eternal Fire throughout so much of this. You can't be so competitive in the first half and then find yourself just in a hole in the start of the second. They had their opportunities, it just fell away.
Yeah, well, I mean, Zontix does such a good. I think I can't say enough about the work that Zontix does. When you have that lone B player on Vertigo who's just like there half the time, usually just to control stairs, to keep it under control for a plan B, but he's able to be aggressive and find kills. He's boosted up with the lurk smoke to get advanced position. They threw so many different looks at that B bomb site, it became such a weakness that Eternal Fire had to constantly have in the back of their minds.
Yeah, well, that's it for us, Jason. We're done now in the grand final.
That is.
We'll pass it on to Anders and Henry.
Yeah, you're going to be in good hands.
Yeah.
Anders and Henry are going to take it the rest of the way. We've had a lovely time this week.
Yeah, we have. There's been a lot of great Counter-Strike, a lot of great moments hanging out here in Belgrade. Well, you guys can follow Fisher if you want to continue all those good moments, feel-good moments, highlights over on social media. You can find that with !Fizz in the chat. Moses and I are going to leave you in the safe hands of Henry G and wonderful Anders.
Anders B. Loom.
The Anders B. Loom as they take you through the rest of the best of 5. Might not be much, to be fair. Might just be one map. Spirit looking to close.
BetBoom Dacha is coming to a close. It feels like this grand final is wrapping up. Anders, 2 maps to the good. Team Spirit running away with it. Pretty comprehensive victory so far. Signs of life for Eternal Fire in the first halves, but they can't seem to post a single round in the second. It's not building up to the grand final we hoped for.
No, unfortunately. They looked amazing against MOUZ. It was very cool, but you're right.
Yeah.
Like the second halves here have just proved a little bit too difficult, unfortunately. Both maps really had the makings of what could have been really cool, but Spirit, they're a really powerful team. I guess we shouldn't be too surprised, really. They're just looking great right now, even without Donk in prime form.
Zontix was kicking off in the previous map.
I know.
Vertigo, he was looking absolutely phenomenal. As part of me that's thinking, imagine the MOUZ Spirit final.
Yeah,
we could have got.
We said it from the start, didn't we, that was, especially with the statements from MOUZ, like it was kind of building up into that. I still think it's a really cool story for Eternal Fire, and it is really fun to see them play well.
Yeah.
It's just that Spirit is a really difficult team to be up against at the moment. Let's see how this one plays out. We've got the third map here, the grand final coming up. Eternal Fire going to be starting on the CT side. Spirit will be on the T side, and we are ready to go. Looks like it's going to be an A finish here with one player coming through the underpass. Oh, smoke's already being set up here. One towards connector. It's Zontix with the opening. Taking down Calyx to begin with, so pretty decent start for now. A little bit of pressure here. Could see Santaris. Oh, yet another bullet there, Donk. He would have had the kill.
Not a landslide, Anders. There's a chance. There's a look in here for Eternal Fire. 4 versus 3, but they are all in towards CT spawn. You kind of have to swing out now while they're planting the bomb. Can't let them get too comfortable. It's still in the open here. A chance for them to find some headshots. Woxic has been very good in the pistol rounds with that P2000. Wicardia swings in. Jewel Elite's working out nicely for him. It looks like they've actually got this round in the bag. It was getting out of hand for a second, but now they have the man advantage. Oh, goodness, not for long though. 2 versus 1, cut down to size by Zontix. Bomb out of his grasp. Wicardia still with a good amount of HP as well, and this is just going to be a clean 1v1 to try and close out the pistol.
Certainly looking for it here. It's be painful for Eternal Fire if they end up losing it now. They'd build a bit of a lead here, but the Glock, we say it all the time, it is dangerous. Now he's picked up the bomb as well, so he could pretend to walk away or just actually walk away.
Oh, he's in his head.
Yeah, this is a huge mind game.
You've lost so much intel now. You're just going to have to place your bets.
Oh, if he waits Wicardia, he is a genius, though, because Zontix won't have time. He's going to come back and plant a bomb. Oh, he's running now. All right, it's being heard. He should have a chance here. Oh, but the dink comes through, and Zontix clutches it.
So close, yet so far. Unfortunate there for Wicardia. He played it pretty well, didn't take the bait, understood what he was up against there, and they managed to bring the 4-on-3 disadvantage to a 2 versus 1 in their favor. But like you said, that maybe stings even more.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If you are just joining us, it's a best of 5. Currently, Team Spirit up 2-0 with very impressive victories so far. Eternal Fire haven't had much of a response, and that pistol does not put them in the best position to start the Mirage campaign here. This is the pick of Team Spirit. And right now, up against pretty much a full eco. We've got some Xantares, Jewel Elites, and a stack at the very least.
We all know how difficult it is to do the reverse sweep in a best-of-5 grand final.
I think only Team Spirit have done it before.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time.
It's so rare. So you've got such a...
Before that, I don't think it'd ever been completed in the history of CSGO in a best-of-5.
How crazy is that? Yeah, I mean, it is just... It's not easy to win that many maps in a row, mentally as well. It's a long game to be playing.
And we know the mental fortitude of Eternal Fire when the heat is on. It doesn't seem to stick together all too well. We saw against MOUZ yesterday, like 5-on-2s collapsing, there's people over-peaking, a lot of weird decisions, but hold on. Okay, well, I thought there was a chance for a couple of kills there. It certainly was, but not converted. 4-on-2 now, the ace stack. Actually does its job, I suppose. You make them a bit uncomfortable. Not quite. Donk's nice. So they got 2 kills on the full eco.
Yeah, you'll take it.
But yeah, just to go back to my point, it just felt like Eternal Fire, they have the really intense situations that you need to win. They seem to fall apart somewhat. Don't get me wrong, they beat MOUZ yesterday, but that was a strange-looking MOUZ as well. Like Xerxen, as we said, he's like one of the world's best riflers right now. He just didn't turn up to that game yesterday. I think that was the missing piece.
Yeah. You're right. Like it was weird, right? Both maps. I thought for sure he'd come back on the second map and play much better, but it wasn't really the case. Let's see how this one plays out. They got rifles now on the CT side.
Here we go.
Yeah, time for Eternal Fire to step it up. It's got to be early here. They've lost 2 maps already.
They can't go down like 6-0 before they come online. They just won't have enough runway against a very informed Team Spirit looking to bounce back, prove themselves after a disappointing campaign in Cologne. Pretty dreadful by their standards, losing to the Mongols and G2 without picking up a single map. The worst event Donk has ever posted statistically. And we've got an opening kill. Wakadia, he has had a good tournament. He's been very impressive. Dropped off against MOUZ in the second map, but overall, he's looked fantastic. And so is that shot from Donk. He's coming for you. Oh my God, a chance at the triple spray down there. As we see Wakadia still battling for his life. They've got the man advantage once again. Donk has been dealt with. Wakadia low in towards the bench. If he can get one more kill, we'll be very happy with that. Got a minute remaining here. Everything gets a little bit quieter. The dust starting to settle. CTs have all their manpower on this side of the map. Do they check the bench? No.
Yeah, he's in a position that Donk already cleared, so it might be a little bit more difficult for the rest of Spirit to try and do anything with Magics. He definitely saw that. There's no head armor on Calyx, so even the Galil here could be a bit dangerous, but I like this. They're grouping up, moving forward, looking for him. He might have the timing with him, though. Oh, Magics, I think they've walked around the corner. Spray down on one, and no head armor on Calyx, but it's not going to make a difference. He'll find the shot. The timing there, the spacing between the two of them, you could see was not quite ready. That's a close round, but no bomb plant, and it will be Eternal Fire to pick it up.
Would have been a lot of heartbreak if they give that one up.
Oh, yeah.
But it's good. They hold on, and they've actually got themselves into the game nice and early here. Still a chance to bring this map back. AK's in the hands of 2 players, Donk and Shiro. Shiro's been a beast throughout the entirety of BetBoom Dacha as well. Very good performance in the final. There it is.
Well, you said it, Henry. Yeah, this team is so lethal when Shiro's also feeling good about the game. They have a lot of firepower even beyond that, but that does kind of put it over the edge a little bit for most teams to deal with. Eternal Fire, that last round is down to a 1 versus 1, so no doubt they have to keep winning here. They've got a scout on Woxic. They're going to be lacking a lot of things, and if they lose this round, then it's just a full-on reset.
Yeah, you might start packing up the grand final of this round. Slips by the wayside for Eternal Fire. Already 2 maps down. It's not looking good. Team Spirit's map pick.
Yeah, you need to build momentum, right? You need to get into this with a strong feeling. You win like 5 rounds in a row. Everyone's kind of starting to believe in the project again.
Exactly.
You lose this one early on, it's just stop and go.
They should win this round, even in the 5-on-4.
Okay.
Look at the firepower. Eternal Fire don't necessarily have the best setup, I'll say that much, Anders. They've got 3 players in towards B, and there's no one coming in that direction. Calyx needs to go huge.
It is a bit of a gamble. It's a bit of a roll of the dice saying, you know what? Maybe if they come B, we're just going to outright win it. I wonder if they even rotate. Yeah, they just say that's it.
They can. You can't retake a site with a scout.
Yeah.
They're hoping they overcook this one.
Yeah, but they won't. Spirit not going to be looking anywhere else. Okay, I guess at a minimum they get to save the 2 M4s here. That's something to work with.
Yeah.
But it does make it harder to get everything flowing on the Eternal Fire team. No question about it. So 3-2 in favor of Spirit here. They're on the T side. They're loving life right now.
Well, that's a hell of a round to pick up.
Oh, yeah.
You've entered with 2 AKs, a few pistols, and you leave with 4 rifles in total. Sure, you save a bit on the Eternal Fire side, but you need rounds at this point. The economy is not the main focus, but we do have a 3-1 scoreline overall in the grand final here. Could be the final map as well.
Oh, yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't even know what Eternal Fire could have done differently in some of the opening maps there. They did very well at the beginning of each half.
Those first halves were super competitive. They just wouldn't post a single round in the second. It's bizarre. And that's not going to leave you feeling very positive about the next map. You feel like you could have done more, could have stepped up, could have made it more competitive. The scoreline makes it look a little bit closer than it felt like, I suppose. But yeah, anyone watching the game will tell you those were very comprehensive wins for Team Spirit. In cruise control right now. Another chance, though.
Oh, it's dangerous here. Sontic's tapping away. Santaris goes down at the start of the round.
Now throwing themselves into duels without... Where's the backup? Where's the swings from his teammates? Where are the flashbangs, Anders?
There are none.
He's just going for a straight-up duel. And fair enough, it's one of those rounds he has to step up, but I feel like you can coordinate it a bit better than that. At least one that you've got the pistols there. You've got a USP on Wicardia. Let's send him up.
Yeah.
Hit on the end of the fishing rod. A chance here. The spacing's not great. Donk's not going to be aware of it. Okay.
You were saying, Henry?
I was not saying anything. What do I know?
He's an absolute freak, isn't he?
That's so insane. Like, he's made his out-positioned him. It's an off angle.
Yeah.
The spacing, not great, like I said. He should be able to get one, and then maybe he can hit the second as well. No, it doesn't matter. Donk absolutely eviscerates them. And that's round. You can hear we're not fully sending it with the commentary just yet because we're waiting for the moment of the game to come online.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? We need Eternal Fire at the moment to change the tide of the battle here a little bit. Give us something to work with. At the moment, Spirit are in cruise control. Yeah. We said yesterday.
I can't fake it, Andy. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. You were sending it yesterday, Henry, doing karaoke.
I was doing a bit of karaoke yesterday. Not the best idea for a commentator.
No, definitely risky.
Yeah.
But it worked out in the end. Said it's going to be the battle between the dragons yesterday.
Yeah, true. One of them hasn't really awoken from their slumber yet, though.
Sleeping on their horde?
Yes, exactly.
What's your favorite dragon, then? I know you've got a whole list of dragons you love.
What's the one from Shrek?
I actually don't have no idea.
Okay, that one.
I had two. Smaug from The Hobbit, which I know you love.
Yep, okay. What else? What's the other one?
So, Onyxia from World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Really old.
Awesome.
50, 60 years old now, so.
60-year-old commentator.
Yeah.
All right, next gun round, ladies and gentlemen. The grand final rages on, and so does Team Spirit. Just in absolute cruise control right now.
Yeah.
Fire did very well. This is a great return to form in terms of making it to a grand final, but can they step up? Can they convert this 5-on-3 advantage? Wicardia and Maja delivered the goods. They've played their role.
Every other time Eternal Fire have had to get, pulled out of the calls, it's been Maja who's been doing it. I don't know why that's the case, but it just has been throughout the tournament so far. He's the captain of the team, and for some reason, he's also pivotal in so many of these rounds. So, strong headshot to begin with. It really slows down Spirit. And Eternal Fire, that's where you want to get back to the basics, back to the normal protocols, set up positions where you can't get fragged, like Wicardia, he's moving forward. I don't like it, Henry. We've seen this before from Wicardia, where he suddenly gives it up. All right, nice enough kill there. Nearly gets the double. I think that'll do.
He's done well.
Yeah.
Manages to confirm the round. There'll be no way for Team Spirit to battle back into this one. Solid stuff from Maja and Wicardia. Working in tandem towards that B bomb site. Team Spirit went for the contact play, and like we said, these first halves have been fine. It's the second half it all collapses for them.
Yeah.
Need to accumulate as much as they possibly can here in the first CT side as well. You'd consider the easier of the two options here.
I think we changed our tune quite a bit. If they could actually make this like an 8-4 first half, just have a huge, overwhelming string of rounds. It's not immediately going to be easy because there's quite a bit of money on Spirit, but if they can chip away at it here, it's possible that Eternal Fire can start to build a bit of a comeback. Also steal a couple of AKs. That's always nice on the CT side. A little bit of a bonus in that sense. We've yet to see anything from Woxic. I think he's got 0 kills at the moment. Obviously, he hasn't had the AWP too much, but...
Let's give Woxic another shout-out. Like, he has had an amazing return to form this tournament, right?
Right.
We have seen him after he played some of his career-best CS. Just across the board. Clutches, opening picks, defensive play, dynamic movement. I feel like he has looked really, really good, and I think that's great, regardless of the outcome of this grand final. I feel that they can be proud of their performance at this tournament, and it's laying the foundations for tournaments like we've got EPL around the corner.
Yeah.
They needed to turn up. They needed to build their own confidence. I think they've done that here.
Yeah, I think if you ask a bunch of people who are around at the peak of Woxic, before this modern day, they would have said, well, yeah, he's one of those players that kind of came and went, like he was cool for a bit, and then that was it. We just never really saw him again. We've had quite a few of them, especially in the AWPing space. Don't want to point fingers too much. Something like Cirque, for instance, where you think, okay,
Sure.
like huge highlights, obviously super capable player, but just disappeared for a while. Woxic, I think, was following that same career trend. And then, you're absolutely right. This event has been stunning for him. He's made so many good decisions, huge impact on the games. They need him now, though. It is the grand final. A little bit of speed behind this one. Donk hungry to open up the round. All right, he's going to slow it down, but you could see how fearless he is in some of those moments. If they make even one mistake there, he's going to take the bomb side.
Woxic in no man's land towards the underpass. Needs to be very careful here. He might get good timing, though.
Uh-oh.
He's going to hear the grenades being pulled. You get the hook.
He knows. Free
Good work.
kill.
He's got the AWP there as well.
Yep. Oh, it turns around. Good double. Like I said, 0 kills before this, but that might actually win them the round. That's huge. For one player, even if it was just the 1 kill, the panic on Spirit, pushing into a bomb site while they're getting shot at the back is never really a fun time. So this should be enough. Let's see if they can set up some of these positions. This is, you know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but this is where we saw in the game against MOUZ, Wakadia sometimes would be a little bit too aggressive, give up a couple of kills they didn't need to.
Yeah, it felt like his game sense, as it were, when the rounds are like really on a knife's edge and they need him to make the right play. It seems like his positioning sometimes is a bit off. That's what he noticed yesterday on Nuke especially, but generally speaking, at the start of the round, he is good at opening up, finding these initial frags, and continues to do so. Looking sharp here on Mirage. They should be able to convert this one. We're looking to 4-3 and then a busted economy for Team Spirit. 15 seconds, I don't think there's really anything they can do now.
If they get a kill on Makadia right now, then yeah, but like you said, if the time here, they're going to fall back. I kind of do like it from Spirit. They're putting themselves in really forward positions. They just needed one failed peek from Eternal Fire to get back in the round, but you know what? Credit to the Turkish side. They don't give them that peek. They don't give them anything to work with. That's what you want to see. Major goes down at the end here, but still, they're feeling it. Another round going their way. And no bomb plant in this round or the last one for Spirit.
Yeah, they do save 3 rifles.
That's true.
And, well, 2 rifles and the AWP. So there will be enough to buy. This is the most important round, though, so far. This is a chance to disrupt the economy in general, tie things up, get yourself a decent position here for the first time. We've got the Woxic AWP as well. Flash is being exchanged with Cardia. Up close and personal towards middle, flashed off the angle though. And we will enter a pretty default round for Team Spirit. No one really leaning towards A too much. They're actually transitioning out of that side of the map. Magix waits towards the kitchen, cooking up a storm, waiting for Magic on the other side.
Yeah, you could see both very aware, waiting for that smoke to fade. It's just a game of patience here. Smoke is gone, and it's Magic to come out on top. Sun6 should be able to trade him out, though, even with the Galil. Gets the shot on him, clipping the corner of the wall there. Oh, for Donk, that is some incredible timing. Ricardia, he probably should have had that kill, or he should have been able to get it, but Donk, I think he just crouched. He didn't even realize how much danger he's in there. Blowing up the smoke, but Sataris, he doesn't even care. Gets one, and then Ricardia takes down Donk. Oh, this is it. Shiro in a 1 versus 4. Eternal Fire, they're summoning a bit of strength now.
Yeah, they're turning it up. That's what we wanted to see. Yeah, they're believing now.
Hell yes.
Now we've got a game on our hands.
Oh, I was feeling a bit depressing, wasn't it, at the beginning? You could just kind of sense it. Oh, Spirit, they're just winning way too much. But this is a nice turnaround. It's Wakadia leading 8-4 right now. Trying to pull the team back into the grand final. They need every single round they can get at the beginning here of Mirage. You know it's going to be tricky against Spirit once they're on the CT side. So, say even at 4 rounds, Spirit are still going to be competitive in the second half. So, yeah, you can't really relax now. You got to keep it going. It is a marathon road ahead of Eternal Fire. If they want to win the grand finals, they need to win the next 3 maps in a row. Not easy, but nicely done here. And Woxic now on the AWP. We've been singing his praises, and he started to sense it. He basically won that one round where he flanked them.
He got them going. He got them online. Now they've got a chance to take the lead here. Probably the first time in this grand final. Not much to report. We've got pistols, some Kevlar for Zontix. That's about it. Donk's got some as well. Desert Eagles here. Got to convert this round if you're Eternal Fire. Looking good so far. Calyx will find the opener in-game leader Chopper. Match up. It's been solid towards that B-bomb site. Joined by Wicardia. Looking for an opening though. Gotta be careful around Donk.
Yeah, don't give anything away right now. The bomb is still really far back, so you can kind of tell Spirit are just angling for whatever they can find. It's going to be slowly chipped away here. Woxic getting a chance to warm up the AWP. Calyx holding the front line. And yeah, now it's just a question of the last couple of pistols. Again, they're not trying to plant the bomb or anything here. They're just so far away from any of that action. Hoping to do a bit of damage.
A little bit.
Why not?
But ultimately, the round is over. You're right. No damage really inflicted at all so far. 35 seconds. And all eyes on the next round. Loss bonus accumulating for Team Spirit. But yeah, I don't think they'll be making any incisions here. Well positioned is matchup. Just look above that window there. And there we have it. Good job. They're starting to believe now. This grand final not necessarily over. Still a lot of work to be done here on Mirage. But they're doing everything they can here in the first.
It's probably skill on its own to try to keep the focus for such a long time, especially once you've lost a couple of maps. It has to be the right energy, you know, celebrating some rounds, but never really getting ahead of yourselves, because all it takes is really one mistake here. And Spirit are going to bounce right back into it. Got some money back on the T side, including that AWP and Shiro. Not been the most exciting Mirage for him yet. With the AWP, he's got 2 kills so far. Fairly default setup here for Spirit. You guys recognize it, I'm sure. Holding top mid, kind of checking out the B hallways and Palace, and A ramp, stretching themselves quite far across the map to try and figure out exactly what Eternal Fire are up to on the defensive side here. Centaurus wants to get a bit adventurous, or the timing actually could have been really sick there. Got to fall back. He's down to half health. I don't really hate it. I like the idea of trying to take some initiative away from Spirit. Got to be careful it doesn't backfire too much, though. I mean, Centaurus, he wasn't really the main player either for them in the game against MOUZ. And I think we said yesterday, they need him against Spirit. Like, it has to be Centaurus.
It's actually like Madger and Woxic with most of the heavy lifting. And in this grand final, unfortunately, Madger's not having the same sort of numbers. Statistically at the bottom so far after 2 maps, but looking much stronger here on Mirage. You've actually got advantages again here in the number 10 players. Only 30 seconds remaining. Like, what's the final commitment going to be? Good shot.
Has to be to the A-bomb side now. Opening on Calyx, and Centaurus already so low on health. Just straight deleted. Even if he had 100 health, it wouldn't have made a difference there. Donk is back, doing what he does best. 11 seconds. That bomb is being planted now, and nobody can really stop it. Yeah, time to escape here. Woxic and Bacardi. Even that actually might be very tricky. They're kind of awkwardly locked in at the moment. You can see Shiro holding them on the other side of the window here. Nice attempt to bait out the shots, but yeah, they are being hunted. And this is significant. If you could take the rifles away, why wouldn't you? Donk goes down. Spirit, though, they'll get up to 5. I do like to see Sontix just hanging around, just making sure that somehow there can't be somebody running onto the site. It's at least in the area. All right, not too aggressive of a hunt here. And look, there is 11,000 on Centaurus, so I guess either way, Eternal Fire probably going to be pretty good for the rest of the half here.
Yeah, there's only 2 rounds to go, right? You're not going to be able to really disrupt the money too much. You've got to hold on to your own schmeckles here, as we will see Spirit tie things up at least. Still looking good to find the win in this third map, but Eternal Fire certainly turning up the heat, as it were. So, penultimate round. It will be taking the lead, posting 6 first. We have got, Dan has mentioned, a decent economy for the CT side, an AK for Wicardia as well. Smoke down towards window, and it's going to be Woxic to challenge above the smoke, actually. Obviously get himself in towards connector instead.
Double AWP.
They're dwarping.
We've seen him do it before.
Madger is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
He's always good for 1 kill, it feels like.
Yeah, that's all you want, right? You want the slight surprise of there even being a second AWP, and especially on a map like Mirage. Up in the B hallways there. You know how good it could be. Nice start here. So Cardia, Woxic clipping them in the middle. It's going to be Chopper and Shiro both going down to him. That's all they wanted. Eternal Fire looking to claim 6. I think a 7 is an absolute must here. Even at 5, I'm worried. Spirit, I think they're going to be super comfortable with 5 rounds at the beginning.
Yeah, you might be onto something there. Nothing they could do with this one, you would think. Minute on the clock, I guess they'll look into it. In terms of cash going forward, not great amounts. So see if they can get a bomb plant down at the very least. But maybe just holding on to the AWP and the M4 will be their greater objective. It's just a long time to wait. Still with 50 seconds here. Going to see if any inquisitive CTs are caught. Pushing in towards middle, trying to find some intel here. No real reason to, like we said. Their finances, their resources are good on the CT side. They'll just be happy to get the round on the board. They don't want to risk anything here. After some catastrophic rounds yesterday against MOUZ, need to be very careful.
Yeah, you can't have those in the grand final. Shouldn't be allowed. They lose Walk 6, it doesn't matter. They can rebuy the AWP. They can pick it up if they want to in the window, but it's not really required. 10 seconds. The positions here to try and save the weapons are really dangerous, though. They could end up going down after the clock has run down. It's absolutely doable here. Nobody's pushing in. Okay, I'm a little bit curious about that, but I guess saving the AK, obviously they can't buy that on the CT side, so for Centaurus to pick that up, maybe it does make sense after all. Okay, 6 on the side of Eternal Fire. Round number 12. The last of the half is coming up here. I think it's critical for the Turks to pick this one up.
Really nice round, though. Woxic stepping up. Still got that X factor with the AWP. Great at those multi-frags. Hits the shots that really matter. Now, it's been his problem the last few years. Always great at the flicks, but the ones you need him to hit sometimes can fall awry. Here's the opening kill, though. Chopper will find Wicardia. He's been aggressive towards short each and every round. This time it doesn't work out for him. We've got a man advantage here, looking to close things up at 6-6. Chopper, if he can sneak in towards connector, this could be a problem. And indeed it is. It's down to Xantares, who can probably pick up the pieces. Oh my god, Chopper, that's unreal. Really nice round for the in-game leader. The old boy leading by example. That's 4 kills. He's on for the ace.
He had 1 kill going into this round, Henry.
Damn.
He just absolutely... Like, he's been doing almost nothing. Obviously, he's been calling, but in terms of the kills, he's pretty much been silent for the entire half. And then he comes back swinging in round number 12. Magia, obviously, nothing to be done here. Like you said, the ace could be it, but Shiro will get the last one. And they tie up the half 6-6. I mean... In a way, the way that Spirit started, this could have been even worse for Eternal Fire. So I guess if you wanted to be real positive about it, you have to say they did recover.
Yeah.
It was a great start for Spirit. I still think this is plenty enough rounds for Spirit to make a great second half of it. I think Eternal Fire are in a lot of trouble right now.
Well, let's see. Second half's been the problem.
Yeah.
And now you've got a decent bet of rounds once again. We'll have a look back at the previous score lines and just see whether we can get an idea. So 7-5 in the first map of Nuke in that first half. Then Vertigo was 6-6. So it's more of the same. Exactly what we saw in the first 2 maps. In the second half, they lost 8-0, for example. It's straight up.
Yeah, that was rough.
Just get rough. And then it would be 7-2 on Vertigo as well. So that's what we're expecting to happen. That's what the stats suggest. But we'll see. Is there anything left to be said? Need the pistol.
I mean, you guys at home know the roadmap already. Yeah, they need the pistol. They need to win the first buy round as well. Just like it has to be fairly comprehensive right now for Eternal Fire. If they do that, though, it's on. It's immediately on. I think those 2 critical rounds are going to be the ones that really make a difference. Yeah, what a round from Chopper.
Yeah, Uncle Chopper stepping up. The old boy still got it. Quiet half until that moment, but what a round. He single-handedly wins. We're going for the A execution. Smokes towards steps, jungle, flashes over. Job done. Zontix, though, looking to push back early. Doesn't get the intel they cross over, but he tucks himself into sandwich.
They have a Molotov. They normally don't Molotov this position in pistol round, but if they were to do it this time, it could be interesting.
For dark, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Lands up on the stairs there. Not quite touching Zontix. He's good for the headshot. Donk will keep going, and he actually finds 2. Even flashed on the second one. Hiding and ducking and weaving down here. Finally, they get rid of him. 2 versus 3. And a lot of damage on the Centaurus as well. They're going to back on out with the bomb and trying to see if they can maybe find another player, find an advantage. Everyone from Sphere just had the bomb side. If they kept pushing, I think they probably lose the round. So I do kind of like this change up.
They're just going to go for a plan now. And you can see we have got a rotation from Shiro. Just needs to get 1 and survive. That's his objective. If he can find a strong position, a 1 and done would be absolutely fine here. We do have a kit for Chopper as well, just to note that. It's an unlikely pistol for Eternal Fire, but one that's certainly possible. Shiro will set himself up defensively behind the pillar. He's got backup coming in from Magix as well, who's en route from Kitchen. He's going to get first contact and first bullet to the face as well. They're going to assume the bomb site's clear apart from that, I would say. Oh, it's not clean. Magic can still do this.
So he can. Ooh, he could. But Shiro, you're right. The first kill there, missing her 3 or 4 bullets, that's how rounds are lost. But you're absolutely right, though. When they see the player towards the market, they just assume that's it.
And rightly so. It's just a nice setup, a good read from Team Spirit. That's not like a huge error or anything from Eternal Fire. It's just very well played from Spirit in general. You can see even had a chance to miss a few bullets there. They just thought or assumed it had to be clear. With that sort of situation, they don't get the plant, and we will not see a force buy in the second. Still not necessarily over. You've got a couple of deagles in there, but this is just a chance to lay down the foundations for future rounds here for Spirit. They want to keep it as clean as possible. Got that rifle in the hands of Donk, watching towards underpass, fending off top and middle as Shiro from the window.
I feel like some of the teams that can be very hard to get rid of are teams that do sometimes win these deagle rounds, like the phase of the G2s, where suddenly somebody's just having a round where they get 2 or 3 deagle shots off. It gives you so much flexibility, especially with MR12. You suddenly get a round that you're not supposed to, and everything is back online. So yeah, for Eternal Fire, maybe great to manufacture that kind of round. We haven't really seen too much.
They need a couple of those.
Yeah.
The couple of BS rounds where
exactly,
Santares just goes absolutely ham with a deagle. They've actually got some decent space here. And there's one of those shots.
It's not bad at all. Will lose the deagle up front, and that's a bit of an issue. Second one might have been required here.
I would love to know why Zantares, he always buys the Julies on the T side. He's the only player that I know of that does that.
Yeah.
You'd think like a P250 or a Tech 9 would be preferable, but he always seems to do that.
Maybe it's more of a style than effect, like Turkish cowboy.
Yeah, I like that. First gun round, though. Team Spirit will have a pretty nice setup overall. It's a somewhat of a bonus round with the FAMAS and the MP9 in there, meaning they've done so well in the first 2 rounds that they are going to be up against AK-47s with not as much firepower as they would like, but it's all about saving the cash going forward. Pretty default round by looks things here. We've got players spread out across the map. No one towards A at the start, though. Suggests we're probably going for some sort of B split as they try and obtain some middle control first. Flashes to enable Zantares some duels. Push the CTs back so we can focus on some key angles. Going to be spamming off those smokes.
We like to keep an open mind, Henry, but if they lose this round, Eternal Fire, they're in so much trouble.
I mean, yeah. They kind of already are with the whole 2 maps against them. On your opponent's pick. Spirit, just objectively a better team.
Yeah, nobody can really deny that at the moment. Blowing up with a grenade there, trying to take a peek. You already said it, a B split is what is on the cards. And you know what, I like this. Shiro's on his own. He hasn't really been having the best map so far. If they can even trade him here, it might work out, but they'll lose Woxic at the start of it. Shiro ducking down, strong headshot to begin with, and now just trying to stay alive a little while longer. Buy some time for the rest of them. Centaurus also went down in the middle, so
that's
now,
the problem.
Yeah, no.
Oh, hang on.
Wow, it's back. They had no second arm to that attack because the middle portion was gone, but Madja finds a double spray down.
Okay, we said we needed one of those BS rounds. Your in-game leader. This is how they kept it alive versus MOUZ as well.
It was.
Madja got an ace and then followed it up with 3 Mac 10 kills. And it brought the team back to life. Can he do it once again? He's on for the ace once more. Low HP. Calix needs to chime in as well. Retake definitely still possible. Both players coming in from short, but well-positioned is Calix. Next kill could decide the outcome of this round. Is Calix to strike. Finds the first. And I think they've done enough. What a comeback.
Wow.
Madja does it again. The only player having huge impact is the in-game leader once more. Looked like that round was done. That was a 4-on-2. Bit of a throw from Spirit.
I would say so. Once Centaurus goes down in the middle, it should probably be over. Yeah, they just stacked on top of each other. Well done. Oh, they needed that round so badly. Here we go. How much pressure could they put on? Spirit, they invest into the round. It's not a super strong buy here. But with Donk on the M4...
Well, that's exactly what we said they needed.
Yeah.
That kind of round that kind of wrecks the morale of your opponent, lifts and breathes confidence into the team. I feel that could be enough here. That could be enough to pick up Mirage. They're going to start believing now. If Madge is able to do that, imagine what Zantares and Woxic can do if they get online here properly on Mirage. It's going to inspire and rally the troops.
It's still so exciting to me that it is Madja who's responsible for so many of these rounds. When they need him, I feel like...
Hey, when Madja's fragging, they normally win.
Yeah.
That seems to be the recipe for success is going to be Xantares to open things up. They're taking heavy damage on Rue, but he gets the opening kill on Donk.
Yeah, so that's probably worth it. They can obviously get the M4 back, but getting Donk out of any round probably feels pretty good. They are moving back towards Shiro. He's got that AWP. And where are the smokes? They don't have smokes. So Shiro, theoretically, could land some devastating AWP. Now, he's probably going to get flashed quite a bit. But I don't know. The lack of smokes here, this makes me very, very nervous.
Time is of the essence, but Shiro's not necessarily watching the A side right now. They're trying to fake in towards B. So Maja, he's just going to try and keep these players. And bear in mind, there's 3 over towards this side of the map. They've entered towards A, but as you mentioned, Shiro will have vision. He is the sort of player that can pull the rug from under your feet.
Oh, he doesn't want to do it. Or maybe it would have been tempting, I guess, for Spirit. They're more worried about the economy and the long term here. I would have loved to have seen Shiro at least try, but you're right, he was holding really far back. Take down Woxic. They still haven't recovered that M4, which is kind of interesting. That was towards Connector. I think Donk went down. Nobody wanted to pick it up, or could. I'm sure they wanted to, but they'll make it up with the AWP alive and not too much else that's really exciting here. Eternal Fire tie up the game. 8-8. Might have been on to something, Henry. That one round seems to have changed a little bit here for the Turkish side. We'll see how long it lasts. It has to keep going, right? Like, it has to be a whole string of rounds right now. Yeah. Really beat up Spirit.
Well, here we go. Maja has found an opening for the squad. They managed to follow things up with a victory. 2 in a row. Tying things up at 8-8. Give this map up. It's the end of the grand final. Team Spirit still in a comfortable position, but for this round, definitely worth the timeout, as it's a bit more complicated than usual. They do have a couple of MP9s and an AWP, sure, but is it worth fully investing? I don't think so. Still plenty of time here. Can afford to lose a couple more, but definitely the most competitive map we've had so far.
Yeah, they're really doing some work out there. Can't be easy losing the first 2 maps and still finding more energy to put into the game here. I'm still waiting for Xantares. I feel like we were waiting for him all game against MOUZ. I'd love to see a couple of rounds. We know we could do it. It's such a delightful prospect as well, him fighting Donk. But he has been a little bit more quiet so far. This time he's got an AK, so he could play around with that, see if he could find anything. Shiro on that AWP. He's very passive. He's really far back. Upside, I guess, is that the orb is going to be safer, but the downside is he is really just flipping the coin, hoping that someone shows up in his position. He's not out there finding the kills.
Well, here we go. Time ticking away. Basic control of the map taken from Eternal Fire. We've got Donk, who's going to smoke it towards that connector. He's only got the Desert Eagle this round. Has got Kevlar to back it up, though.
Yeah. Now you said only Desert Eagle, Henry. You know what's going to happen.
True.
Jinx them.
They're definitely capable of having their own sort of BS rounds as well. A couple of MP9s. All for Shiro. Going to be elsewhere as they get ready to explode on the A-bomb side. That's a very awkward smoke, though, to deal with.
Yeah. Oh, waiting for it here. He actually stands up, picks up the AK. Oh, and right through.
There he comes.
No way! Spins around! What is this kid doing? Xantares deleted. He had no chance to even fire back. 3 in a row here for Donk. And they're walking right into the crossfire. Woxic tries to get the shot there, but Donk just jiggling away at the corner. Very hard to hit. 20 seconds left. I mean, the round is done here. Shiro will get the kill on one. Flashing around. He's hunting. Yeah, he's running him down. Hungry for the kill. Even the HE won't slow him. 10 seconds left. And Woxic, he's surely going to die. The question is, how many people can he get rhythm? Only the one there. Donk back in the round, and that's devastating to Eternal Fire.
Oh, there it is. There's your Donk round. It looked like Maja had him all tied up.
Well, that one smoke. You, Henry, you said you just had the
Just the Deagle. Then this happens. If Maja kills them, they probably win the round, but then it's ridiculous.
Come on.
Couple of frags there towards the connector, and then that Palace as well. Xantares gets a taste of his own medicine. And let me tell you, it's bitter.
Yeah, wow. That's hard to recover from. Oh, it's a shame because they were building something Eternal Fire. They were actually building something really cool. But running into a round like that, it could take so much momentum away.
What can you do when you're against a Donk who's presenting those sort of frags? Like you don't have the chance to fire back. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, maybe the first battle could have gone the way of Magia, but once that's done...
I'd have to see it from his POV, but it did seem like he had all the advantages there. He had a good, 5-6 bullets before Donk fired back. Whether his vision was obscured by the smoke, I still think he had the advantage there, though, but doesn't matter anymore. We're going to go for an A execution off the bat. They smoke towards window, make it look like a traditional round, but overall it's just going to be the full A execution. You can see Magix, he seems aware of it as well. He's going to be dropping an early smoke towards Palace. Once they see that utility come over, they're going to start deploying their own incendiaries. Nice. Follow-up kill is even better, but Zantara is still alive and well. Finds the first. Can they keep going? Donk to deal with, though.
Yeah, he's only got the one so far.
Oh, it's a big miss from Shiro.
It is. They were fully occupied looking towards Connector and Jungle there, so nobody was even really shooting at him. 3 versus 3. And they are falling back. They've got plenty of time. I don't really hate this. Giving Spirit a chance here to feel uncomfortable, maybe. Make some incorrect rotations.
Well, this is where they've been doing well. When they disengage from these bomb sites, Magic just seems to find 2 kills somewhere. So it's not the worst call. They were lucky to even have 3 players alive. Shiro definitely should have picked up that last shot. Back towards B we go, and this is where they don't seem to have a solid hold. It's like they fall over each other. They stack up towards that kitchen. It's where Magic got that double kill before. We'll see.
Well, speaking of Magic, he's in the Palace on the A side. So the question is he trying to catch... Oh, they're coming back. Okay. They could have used this also as like an A fake and then actually execute onto the B bomb site with the 2 players, but they are wrapping all the way around now. This is cool, but it has a big downside. 24 seconds. The spray's pretty good there. Shiro's going to hit the shot, and now 20 seconds for the 1 versus 2. Shiro not going to miss this time. Picks up the round, denies the bomb plant, and puts Eternal Fire in a very awkward spot here.
The financial bin.
Yeah.
Because that was their kind of force into the round, and yeah, it doesn't really get much done for them. Even with a couple of missed shots, they don't get close to this one. Magix did a ton of damage at the start. Zantaras was fighting back, and they managed to trade out Donk with just 1 kill. As soon as they come back towards A, though, they do find the AWP of Shiro, and it has to be the eco. We're getting into the danger zone now. Could be the 3rd and final map here at BetBoom Dacha. This best of 5. I don't think many people thought that Eternal Fire were going to have a deep run against Team Spirit. I think the final that was supposed to happen was MOUZ, Team Spirit. That's a bit of a classic battle. 2 of the top 5 teams in the world going at it.
I don't think anybody thought Eternal Fire were going to beat MOUZ, but they did. Again, like you said, it's been a very cool tournament for them in that sense. But this is a different caliber of team right now. And some of the rounds posted here by Donk, it's hard to even imagine what you could do different because he's just such a force of nature. See if they could do some damage here. Get a bomb plant, get anything going right now. Time is running out on this grand final. Spirit looking to post 11 rounds. They don't have a very deep economy, but then again, neither do Eternal Fire. Setting up for the B push, and there are plenty of people here. More coming even as we speak. Shiro's rotated in and with no utility. Yeah, you're just going to try and make a jump for it here. Getting picked apart as they make the cross. Bomb plant, I don't think is an option any longer. Absolutely mowed down. That's 11, which means they're 2 rounds away here from getting the grand final. And again, it's been very comprehensive. It's just been looking great. Spirit, you said it, looking to make up for their disappointing run in Cologne. And obviously, it's a $500,000 tournament. I think they're going to be quite happy to win this one.
Oh, yeah. You're dead on. Bouncing back to form. Looking to take the lion's share of $500K. First place prize is $250,000.
Yeah.
Big names here as well. Falcons, Virtus.pro, Heroic, MOUZ, FURIA, Pain as well. All teams that have been in good form recently.
Yeah.
It's been an impressive tournament.
Watching Pain this tournament, really, I think that's been one of the real joys for me. They've been so cool. And Falcons actually were playing better. Not good enough, but better than they have been. Oh, what a kill. Flashed as well, rotated in. The smoke goes up just in time, so they won't get picked apart from the AWP, but it is a 4-on-4, and everybody is here from Spirit. See if Centaurus could do anything in the middle. If he finds a kill, that could crack it open. But yeah, they're going to fall back. They've posted a guy by the truck, and now they're rotating back. This could be very interesting. Should be a free kill here. Sontix, he's crouched down, but Centauri's got the read on him. Oh, he nearly messes it up. That was a bit dangerous, but good shot. And they're rotating on over. See if Calyx could be a little bit annoying towards the end here. They kind of look like they're aware that he's back here.
It all comes down to this play from Connector. And just the one for Chopper. They should be onto something here, but it is a 2 versus 2. No plant just yet. It's going to be Shiro coming in from shore. They cannot walk into his crosshair here. Got to fall back safely. So we've got Magix and Shiro. A chance to find championship points.
Oh, Magic, he's running back for middle.
Oh, he's going to hit this shot. Oh.
Or maybe he would! And he takes down Woxic.
Oh, Magic, what are you up to?
This is a classic. This is what people used to do, but the bomb is not planted for him. It's not straight for the middle, so he has to be really quick with it here. They're nearly lined up for him. He sprays down one. And now Shiro straight on the defuse. 5 seconds. He's going to be going for it. Oh, Magic saving the round. A clutch in a 1 versus 2. Pulling out an ancient strategy.
If everyone could step up to the same level as Magic, they might be okay. He keeps pulling the rabbit out of the hat time and time again. That is a great play, you're right. It's an old school maneuver.
Yeah.
It looked like the timing was a little bit off, but he nails it. Couldn't have been better in the end. Zantara's got those openings and gave them a fighting chance here. They're down but not out. That was a ridiculous shot from Shiro. Does hit it in the end. Maja, the long con pays off. I think he was about a second away from defusing there, but the problem is with only one player surviving, still they have to enter with Galil Xanders up against a strong buy.
Yeah, that's
Team Spirit.
true. I don't know. This looks winnable again now for Eternal Fire. If they win this one, it's open again. It's back on. Magic goes down, unfortunately. Shiro, typically more of a passive AWP player, but front of the pack this time. He's got 18 kills. I mean, what do you do? Donk and Shiro, when they're both performing, how do you stop that?
Well, that was the whole idea of bringing Shiro into this project.
Yes, it was. It's been kind of devastating to be up against, you could tell.
Towards B we go. Good shot. You just know that's what Zantara is there to bring. The thing is, Zontix is in the same position. You've just called player's dead Van.
Oh, it's a double spray down. They line up for him. It couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, just for those reasons I just stated.
Yeah.
And that's championship point in the most underwhelming way possible.
Yeah.
Like they've got a kill towards Van. Everyone overlooks the spot. It's a double stack and...
Yeah, you almost can't even call it a mistake for Eternal Fire. Like, it makes so much sense to say that's it.
Just a nice play from Zontix. I think it's fortunate. I think he was there to boost up originally, and then as the timings worked in their favor, he tucks himself in. Waits until the prime moment to pull the trigger, get the double kill, and pretty much ruin the chances of them doing anything. Because bear in mind, that was a compromised buy already. They won the last round.
Yeah, he jumped. They absolutely have no reason to suspect that someone's back here. Sontix had a great grand final.
Oh, yeah. Might even be MVP for the match itself. The tournament, you're probably looking towards your boys Donk and Shiro.
Look what they have to play with Henry.
It's not the best way to enter the potential last round of the tournament, is it?
It's really not. Oh, no.
All right, Anders, let's give it the beans, though. If they do win it here, let's try and make it special. Let's try and lift the energy here.
I mean, Spirit, they've been unstoppable this grand final. Eternal Fire have tried their best, and they are playing great Counter-Strike, but Spirit are just a level ahead at the moment. Smoke is up, and Magic's on the other side. He's got a teammate with him, Sontix, who can throw down a Molotov in front. So very curious how this one will play out. He actually has a Molotov. It's not the incendiary, so it's going to be a little bit more impactful in that sense, but they allow him to go down. Good spray to begin with. Wicardia trying to bring it back into this one, but it's such a long ways away still. The bomb, it's over there, but he's alone. Can he actually plant it? Doesn't seem like it. Donk just cruising on in. It took a little while longer there, but they'll blow him up as well. No bomb plant, 40 seconds. This looks over and done with. Chopper, look at it, get the spray. He'll find it on Calyx, and it leaves Magic, the captain, alone against the world here. Donk will take him down, and it's Spirit to pick up the grand final.
Absolutely true. After 9 days of play and a pretty much perfect run here at BetBoom Dacha, we do see Team Spirit walk away with $250,000, only dropping a single map this entire tournament against MOUZ. A clean streak in the grand final. It felt locked in after the first two maps. Eternal Fire stepped up in the third. Their best performance yet. Maja did everything he absolutely could, but it wasn't quite enough. Too powerful. Certainly the favorites coming into this tournament as well. MOUZ thought they could beat them, but they were nowhere near this level. It's Team Spirit that dominate the tournament and win their second BetBoom Dacha trophy. Great effort, great tournament from Eternal Fire. They can hold their heads high, Anders. They played very well all tournament long.
I would say so, and they have like a clear goal. They know what they need to improve. They understand, I mean, Spirit right now is a very tough team to take down. Eternal Fire, they have a target right now they can look for and say, okay, we're going to go back and look at all the games, all the demos where we're leveling up.
Everyone at home, they have done it. Our BetBoom Dacha CS2 2024 champions are Team Spirit! Guys, go ahead and collect your trophy.
You deserve it. They went undefeated. They dropped one map, but that doesn't matter because they won all of the series.
They did. They made it look smooth. They made it look easy against the Turkish competition on the other side of the stage. And here is their moment. Guys, enjoy it. You are our champions. Champions of BetBoom Dacha CS2 2024 Team Spirit, ladies and gentlemen, everyone at home. What a tournament they've had. They were waiting in the playoffs, they dispatched of all competition, and here they are now, the winners of the whole thing.
Because like last time they played against MOUZ, and unfortunately for them, they got all three. This time they made sure that's not gonna happen, and they succeeded. The trophy, the title, everything.
Yeah. Gentlemen, Magis, if I can speak to you and talk about what's going on. So you've got the trophy now, but if you come around the front, we've got some medals as well. So if we could have all of you out front. Trophies, medals, cash, we've got it all here. This way, gentlemen, right into the middle of the stage. And we will begin our medal ceremony. I think you can all... Am I shaking your hand? Oh, no, I don't, I don't have it.
We do have the medals.
We will have the medals coming out shortly, Magix. You're putting me under a lot of pressure here, brother. Here we go. The medals for Team Spirit. Well deserved. They fought hard, but, you know, arguably at times, they made it look easy. What a talented team, Heku.
They are indeed a talented team. They managed to go to the grand final with dropping only one map, not a single series. I mean, it feels like something that like Team Spirit needed like, for the upcoming major, because this is where you get the extra experience and maybe extra confidence.
Absolutely. And with that said, why don't we get some words from the team themselves? Magix, I'll start with you. So this was a smooth 3 maps. You know, you did not let Eternal Fire get over 10 rounds on any of the maps. Did you expect this final to go so smoothly?
Well, personally, not really. I was being killed a lot of times, but maybe in some other players' monitors it went much smoother.
Well, congratulations, Donk. Can I ask you one question as well? So at the last BetBoom Dacha, you guys came second. Now you came first. You are a champion. How does it feel?
Great.
Thank you.
Love it. All right, Heku, over to you on that side.
Yeah, I have Chopper here by my side. Chopper, do you feel that maybe the title that you got at this event is needed for the confidence to go into the major?
I don't know. We have tomorrow flight to EPL and now a lot of tournaments to get more confidence because each tournament was good.
And how about you, Zontex? How do you feel about lifting another trophy?
Obviously, it is very good to win any trophy, and especially it's good after we won the MOUZ. And as you can see, we can play good CS even after the Cologne, so I think Cologne doesn't really matter. So obviously, I'm very happy that we won the championship.
That's very good. Shiro, come on. Wait, give me a sec. Come on, Shiro, come on. Like, you cannot dodge like those interviews. Oh, what now?
На русском могу.
Без проблем, с переводами. Ну как, вот победа на этом турнире. Это вот добавит тебе как бы уверенность как-то?
Да, я думаю, все шло так, как должно идти. Мы неплохо отыгрывали первый матч и второй матч. И с учетом того, что MOUZ вчера проиграл Eternal Fire, мы сегодня пришли на финал и показали просто хорошую игру. И мы намного сильнее как команда, просто мы намного опытнее. И поэтому финал вышел такой, какой есть. Это отличное достижение для меня тоже. Каких-то супер эмоций сильных нет. Это подготовка к пролиге, к будущим чемпионатам. Поэтому после того, как мы сыграли неудовлетворительно в Кёльне, это хороший турнир для нашей уверенности.
Basically, after performing maybe not on the level that they wanted at Cologne, right now yes, obviously this is a good preparation for EPL, and for all of the upcoming tournaments. And also, I believe you said that it does give you extra experience, right?
Ну, да, этот турнир даст нам уверенности в будущем, и мы будем дальше играть турниры и постараться выиграть их.
Yeah, this gives experience, this gives them confidence, and they're gonna try to do their best.
So, give me 1 second. All right, no more time for questions with the team. We also have a little matter of our tournament MVP.
There were 2 people that were competing for that title, and they were actually really close. It was close, between Donk and Shiro.
First things first, let's invite our tournament MVP medal bearer to the stage. He is a major winner himself, a legend from Kazakhstan. Give it up for Mo! Mo is bringing the medal to the stage, and very shortly, as he gets here, we will announce who has won it. Who is it going to be? It's Donk!
Another one.
Another one. Donk, congratulations. How does it feel to be tournament MVP as well as champion?
It's great, but that we won tournament much better.
Горгенчик.
Yes. All right, well, everybody give it up for Donk and Team Spirit. Heku, anything else that you would like to say?
No, I think this was a great tournament. This was, even though it was a 3-0, there were moments when it was intense, especially right now. Especially right now.
All right, Magix, do you mind if I interrupt your conversation with Donk? If you'd like to say anything to the fans watching at home before we let you go?
Горгенчик.
Yes. All right, everybody, once again, give it up for Team Spirit. This has been BetBoom Dacha CS2 2024. What a tournament it has been. And our champions are Team Spirit!
An emotional ceremony there, Anders. Lost for words, many of them.
Yeah,
Didn't have much to say.
I'm slightly lost for words myself, Henry.
No, it has been a great tournament. 9 days of play. Congratulations, Team Spirit.
Yes.
A flawless best-of-5 victory there, 3-0, only dropping 1 map to MOUZ earlier in the tournament. Very impressive, and I agree with their sentiment. They are laying the foundations for the big tournaments around the corner, and yeah, especially for the major coming up soon.
Yeah, I think that was true for everybody in the tournament. And you got to see some of the teams, like Eternal Fire being one of them. I would say, FURIA looking better than we expected. Pain still putting in an enormous amount of work. Overall, you can tell a lot of teams are sharpening up right now, and they have to. This is it. There's not a lot of time left before the major really kicks off. So I think this is great. We got to see some good improvement across the board.
Yeah, just to reiterate the journey they took down Falcons 2-0, Furia 2-0, MOUZ 2-1, and then, of course, Eternal Fire 3-0. Doesn't get much better than that, especially after such a disastrous campaign at Cologne. That one was going to hurt them for sure. They were unsure if they could recover and bounce back, but they certainly did. It was a comprehensive victory. Couldn't really poke many holes in it. Eternal Fire, at least Maggio put up a good fight once again. What a great tournament he had in general. Would have liked to see a little bit more output, though, from the rest of the crew. Couldn't see the same dizzying heights we saw against MOUZ yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's true. They're still one of the most fun teams to watch for me. I just like how they play. I like the energy. I like the story behind them. I want to see more. I want to see a little bit more out of Centaurus in the future, but I'm sure that will happen.
Well, if you would like to see more, you can always log on to the social media channels of FURIA. You will see them actually have all the backstage content, all the interviews. They were smashing up keyboards. They were doing roulette wheels. I'm sure all that stuff's going to be posted. So if you'd like to do that, go follow the FURIA socials. You can find them in Twitch box below, or do !FIS in towards the chat. Anders, any closing thoughts on the tournament? Anything, any shout out to your fans, anything like that you'd like to do?
Yeah, I mean, they were all there yesterday, Henry, as you know.
True.
I know, I think it was great. I had a good time, Henry. Always good casting with you. Got to see Jason and Dinko again. It was good time.
Absolutely.
It was really enjoyable.
Tournament. Yeah, we had some good Counter-Strike. We've had fun here. Thank you very much for BetBoom for inviting us. And it's my second time here. We'd love to come back.
Yeah.
And for now, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for watching. This has been BetBoom Dacha, and we'll see you next time.